Welcome back, gamers, and this is the 9MOONS Street Fighter Monthly number 133. No, actually, no, number 33 with $100 in the pot. Captain No Fun and K-Vox in the booth with you, and we're ready to see some fighting in the streets. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing great. It's always a wonderful time if you can watch some good Street Fighter. I mean, we're so excited about this bracket that don't think I caught you adding, didn't catch you adding another $100 to the number. We've got a stacked bracket tonight. We've got Azan, who won the past two weeklies, monthlies even in a row. We've got names like Rosek, like Liquid O, like Zombie, like Rookie, like rufianMX. It's just a wonderful time to be a Tekken fan here at 9MOONS. And what are you most looking forward to as we get ready for tonight's fights?
Well, we definitely are at the cusp of the Red Bull Kumite. So, what I'm really excited to see is how the tech arms race is going to continue. You see Pro do something cool. Will you do something cool in the tournament? And I really feel like an online tournament, even a monthly as stacked as 9MOONS, is a perfect place for you to train in a high pressure situation. Because at the
Definitely.
end of the day, you want the win, but like not to backhand compliment, it's only $100 is on the line. Like if you
Mm.
lose, it's not the end of the world.
Right, not at all, and it's a perfect time to lab to get in that hyperbolic time chamber. We're in the major season, as you were pointing out. Not just Red Bull Kumite. We've got Combo Breaker coming up. We've got the CEO coming up. We've got Evo in August. We've got Beach episode over in Boston in July. This is the time where you really need to start getting ready to take the big swings and impress the big names, and maybe make a name for yourself that's going to get noticed in the right circles.
Definitely. This is this year's Street Fighter. We've been seeing a lot of up and coming newcomers in the Capcom Pro scene just come up. Some of them astonishingly young.
Oh
15,
yeah,
man. What was I doing when I was 15? I was
I was
not
wrestling in high school.
I was probably wrestling with hormones. But the whole point is um it really feels like the pro scene and the upper echelon is starting to jostle up, which is the beauty of fighting games is that Cinderella story, right? Some
Oh yeah,
person could come out of nowhere and kill everyone.
definitely. I mean, an example from my scene is Boost, who keeps showing up in Duel Academy, TNS, all these places, and taking on top names like Punk, Knuckle Dude, sometimes even winning. But speaking of the punks of the scene, we've got Easy versus Mello, Jory versus Jory. Welcome, everybody, to 9MOONS.
That's right. We're gonna start ourselves off with a mirror match. People, a lot of players really hate the mirror match. K-Vox, what's your opinion on them?
My opinion of the mirror match is it's the ultimate test of how well you know yourself and your character. It's the ultimate test of Shin in Shin Gitai. And that's why it makes people so uncomfortable. Because as Sun Tzu once said, if you know your enemy and yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. And not many people
Oh,
know themselves that well. But look at EC's knowledge of the mirror match. Tell us about it, Captain.
well, let me just tell you something. What was the word Shinji Tai?
Yeah.
Shinji Tamo easy just showed the shins of their legs right to Mello taking the first round. Mello was definitely doing some risky DPs, but that's okay. It's okay to lose the first round. It's all
Yeah.
about data.
Absolutely, because as they say in most combat sports, the first round is a feeling out process. It's figuring out how your opponent ticks. It's finding out their habits. And speaking of habits, if Mello keeps an eye out like he's doing right now, he'll see how happy EC is to throw that drive meter around.
Right now, Easy just wasted a lot of meter, and it's going to be
He did.
really
He
good for
did.
Mello. Really good. Oh wait, no, that wasn't for Mello. That was
Well, it it can be good for Mello if he spots that habit because EC's a very hard charging smash mouth kind of Street Fighter player. You see it again. He spends drive early, he spends drive often.
Not to mention, oh my god. Oh my god, OD for OD. Come on, do it again. No.
Oh
Finish it
wow.
OD. That could have been OD. If that was OD, would have won K-Vox.
It would have, and now EC is on another round up. Mello hasn't put one on the table yet. What adjustments would you like to see from him?
Oh, I really want to see a Mello to make EC block. Blocking is really good to condition your opponent, get them to do what they want, and deplete the drive gauge. It's really been EC in the driver's seat this entire time.
Yeah, speaking of driver's seat, forces Mello right into the corner, gets thrown back. Mello answers with a drive of their own into a punish counter, finally getting some momentum on their side. Captain, is this their first round?
This is more than the first round. Like Mello Mello finally has the lively, but EC going to go ahead and slam that drive rush combo through. We
Oh,
have
yes.
EC and burnout, and wow! Holy cow!
Oh.
K-Box, I'm going to say I'm going to ask the cliche kill. Will it kill? It is absolutely yes. And EC 2-0 against Mello.
Of course, we are in first to 3 territory here. We do play that the whole way through here in 9MOONS. So there's still at least one more game of Street Fighter to play, but Mello better make some adjustments fast.
9MOONS, very fitting that a company called 9MOONS has a win set that is divisible by 9. Well, no, multiplier. Damn it, what's the word? You know what I mean? You could divide 3 into 9. I was trying to make a math reference.
Yeah, well, if any of us pass math, we would be mathematicians and not talking about Street Fighter on a beautiful Saturday afternoon as EC cranks up the punishment and he's about to buy his ticket to set point. Drive rushes in again, keeps up the corner pressure, gets the stun, gets the perfect KO. Captain, set point for EC.
This is really important for Mello. Mello has not gotten a single point on the board. And let's go ahead and look at that rank disparity. Yes, rank is just enough. Oh my God,
Whoa.
that could have been big.
It could have been, and look how EC made him miss on the grab attempt to continue the corner pressure, throws him into there, doesn't go for a throw loop, splats him up against the wall, goes into the pinwheel, looking for his opportunity to kill, but I think he maybe waited a little too long.
Oh, beautiful parry from Mello. Will Mello get in some much needed damage? Okay, I like this decision. We're going to use the level 2. It's good damage, reserves 1 meter, and also look at that corner carry.
Absolute beautiful corner carry, and you see he go for the parry, doesn't end up needing it, but that's going to be the kill, Captain. Break this down for us. What just happened in that last exchange?
What I will just say is pure raw
Cooking
offense.
Akuma. That's what I was going for.
Akuma cooks?
Well, he's gonna cook Ruffian if the multi-time breakout champ isn't careful. What do you think of this matchup, Captain?
Ooh, this is going to be a really interesting setup. Blanca does have so many mix-up tools, but at the same time, Akuma's just good at everything. He literally has every tool in the tool shed, and they're the finest qualities. But you know, don't need tools. Ruffian's wait, yep, okay. I'm getting keep making mixed up. Yeah, Ruffian doing a great job taking on Cocano and taking that first round.
Great work from Ruffian. He was the winner of the last breakout SF6 tournament, which hopefully isn't the final one, but we'll see what they end up doing. He is a monster with this Blanca, but Cocano's starting to get the read. Look how he's cutting off Ruffian's get-in opportunities.
Right, but Ruffian is going to... Oh, I like the decision for Cocano to drive rush in to make sure that they don't lose too much space. And this is the... Painful. It's how you stop the Blanca hop. It's just a mash jab.
Oh, look at this punish, Captain. Gets the punish counter, and that is going to be a whole load of damage straight into super. And you know the thing with Akuma, my friend. Lots of damage, almost no health for it.
Oh, yeah, and Akuma has only 9,000 health, and already we're even. One more blow from Ruffian could end this. I'm surprised that I don't see any fireballs from Cocano. Okay, we get one. Oh, that could have been a great time to throw another fireball, but it's okay. Didn't believe in the rest of the combo, but we do believe in ourselves to get that block chip kill.
Yeah, an interesting little exchange there because he forced Ruffian to hesitate and second guess, to check his swing, if you will, and that's what gave him the opportunity to get the kill. Ruffian on a much more aggressive tack, much more what we're used to seeing from him through his time in all these online weekly
this is a Ruffian signature, is the mid-screen throw.
Yes.
Why wait for the corner? Instead, we're just going to use the corner to pressure our opponent. Cocano, drive reversal. I like that decision.
Oh, so do I, and he catches one of Ruffian's habits. You see there, Ruffian was pulling out the Blanca-chan doll. He likes to get you stuck between himself and Blanca-chan, and then Cocano saw it and cut it off.
Oh my God, so brave to change the drive. Oh, this could be it.
It is.
Cocano really had an opportunity to put something on the board against Ruffian. So close, yet so far. Now we got to run all the way back to the beginning.
Oh, all the way back, straight back, and Ruffian is trying to hold on. He's sent back to the corner, slides out. All right, Captain, what's this looking like for you?
It's starting to look like the volleyball scene in Top Gun. That's what it looks like to me.
Cannot blame you.
Okay, Cocano. What I'm very concerned with is Cocano's drive gauge usage. Look at this. Less than 25 seconds in the match, and we are so close to burning out. We got to put the brakes on it. Don't drink the Monster Energy drink, Cocano.
All right, this is what Ruffian was looking for. He capitalizes on that use of burnout, but it doesn't get him very far. Let's see if he's able to control the rest of the exchange, because this is slivers of life.
And with the flapjack flip, rufianMX takes the run. And again, Cocano is so close to get Ruffian within these inches of their life and just aren't able to close the deal.
Yeah, that is what's so hard about Ruffian, because he's so good at restoring momentum, and Cocano, playing Akuma, has so little health to work with. He can only make 1 or 2 mistakes in a round and gets the punish counter.
Nice stick right there with the drive impact. Drive impact can check blockable, but oh my god. Yeah, Ruffian is in this era where if Ruffian sees green, Ruffian's ODing you.
Oh, definitely. He's been putting himself on the verge of burnout there, and what he's trying to do is Cocano has level 3 available. He's trying to smother him so he doesn't get a chance to pull it out, and he's gonna do it!
Very, very shocking turn of events. But then again, just like the first game, rufianMX, just like Issei, their training partner, has had 2 games, all 4 rounds unanswered. Well, no, wait, no, Cocano got 1. I correct. Captain fact check on duty.
Hey, this game moves so fast that sometimes you forget which way is left or right. I understand. Are you even a commentator until you've gotten mixed up by the mix-ups? And right now, Ruffian playing very solid defense. You usually see him very aggressive, and he eats the throw here. But look at this.
Yeah, that's the story right now. Every time, K-Vox, that you've seen Cocano go for a drive rush, you're seeing an OD reversal.
Yeah, he just has that option locked down, and you think Cocano's eventually going to see that Ruffian sitting on it.
Oh my god! Oh. We tried to jump over the Goomba, but the Goomba was right behind you. Da, 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 da. Ouch!
That's exactly the kind of thing I was talking about earlier, Captain, about how Ruffian likes to trap you between himself and that doll. One of them is going to get you.
You know, I really thought we avoided these little doll things by going away from Guilty Gear, but I guess Blanca bringing it over. Oh man, we turned green, but we still get popped by the level 2. Oh, okay, Max, this is bad.
It is, but look at Cocano keeping himself alive with the throw, fighting out of burnout, gets the sides, which might not have been ideal. He's stuck in the vortex, Captain, no fun.
Not the vortex. We are stuck in the jungle and we got fun and games. But hey, Cocano's got everything you need with that drive impact to stop the offense.
Yeah, and I'm feeling some sympathy for the devil that is Akuma, as he's right in the corner. He dive kicks in. He's trying to find a way to get some momentum on his side and take another round. Might be pulling it off, Captain.
Oh, he's definitely pulling. He got some guns when he rose up for that. But right now, Ruffian gonna threaten the chip damage. And Cocano, wise decision, expected a block a ball, but instead gets slid into the first troubles.
What a read from there. You see why I'm talking about it like it's baseball.
Was commissioned by the US government to make anti-Superman tech. They find that he wasted a lot of the budget on toys and stuff. And Lex Luthor says, "Oh, these puzzles and games are the lubricant to the cogs of my mind." I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's exactly the Shin in Shinji Tai, just building that mental strength and fortitude. And if you're Jazdero and you are a strong JP player, you kind of need that mindset, because his entire playstyle is a puzzle.
Now, both of these players are near within 1900 range. Ultimate Master, one of the quality of life updates in Street Fighter, giving something else, our players something else to grind for. And you can see Jazdero and Zombie know their characters very well.
Yeah, and Jazdero is somebody Zombie has to be careful with. He's run into him plenty on online weeklies, especially over in Breakout, and he's a JP who's comfortable at any range. He can mix it up in person like he is now. He can cross you up outside the zone. He can get baited into a neutral jump and back thrown for the kill, but that's not typical Jazdero, Captain.
Nah, Jazdero got faked out. Zombie's been getting a lot of these throws, and they've been using the light blogger ball more for positioning. And it really, look at this match, K-Box. It's the JP entrenching on the Blanca, not the other way around.
Definitely. You see him setting up the portals, and he's just coming out, and you see what I was talking about, where Jazdero can seamlessly switch game plans depending on the game phase.
Yeah,
what
this
do you
is
think
a more... No, this is a more traditional JP that we're seeing. However, Zombie's been using the light Blanca ball to move in, but oh man, every time Zombie wants to step, Jazdero making sure to step on them.
Yeah, look at that, just coming straight back out. Forced him to turtle up into that parry and use that as a chance to close the distance. Jumps over the Blanca ball and anticipates the next jump in. He's so good
Oh,
at reading people, Captain.
oh my God, so unfortunate that did you saw that spike? That could have
I
been the
did.
round from Jazdero, but it looks like Jazdero has enough confidence in their skill. They could think they can take this round without the super bar, but okay, I think that's gonna be a
Oh,
very
wow.
costly mistake, K-Box.
It is. That's going to cost him the whole darn round or close to it. You saw that he was trying to catch Zombie coming in a couple times there, but Zombie was holding back just long enough. He was faking him out. He was making him throw out committal jabs and stuff, and then exploiting the window.
Not to mention Zombie being at critical art distance means that they had more than enough damage in that super bar just to take it. And now Jazdero spending a little gauge, get a little of that cash to send Zombie all the way to the opposite end.
Yeah, and you see him setting up the long distance traps again, the portals. You see him just kind of going right back to that again and again, perhaps a little too often. Can't stop the drive rush, gets back thrown again. Now Zombie's on top of him, Captain.
But we gotta ahead and make sure that they're gonna have to forget about that offense because the amnesia, look at that, reclaims the space, but Zombie, hey, go right back to the corner, old man.
Oh, yes, and you see this tactic from Blanca players a lot. Blanca ball into a throw setup, baits out an early parry from Jazdero, who manages to get out of the corner.
Nice side switch, putting up the double teleport. That's really going to go ahead and make Zombie. Okay, here we go. High low game K-Box, and instead we go low, hit the toes, and Jazdero makes me eat that combo a little bit longer.
Oh, yes, extending it, forcing him to turtle up. He's got him in burnout. He's got the stun. This is going to be his round, Cam. That's the kind of pressure Jazdero likes to put on.
And you saw how Jazdero decided to finish with a OD command grab. We wanted to keep it simple, and oh man, Jazdero getting a little bit of feeling of Zombie's timing.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely getting the timing down, and he's forcing these parries to come out because Zombie's focusing on protecting himself against the amnesias, against the spikes, avoiding the reversals. He gets a punish counter out. He uses the Blanca ball to close the distance, but he's going to have to keep that in the back of his mind whenever Jazdero creates space.
Big block right there. OD Blanca ball has whip. Jazdero has the corner right now. Can we tie it up? This is
We
really
might.
big.
Oh, this is coming out. Look at the super coming out, Captain No Fun. That's going to do it. You're right. We're tied.
That was the first, a very, very strong turnaround from Jazdero versus Zombie. Jazdero Zombie 1-1. That means we're essentially back to a 1-2 situation.
Yeah, we are right back in first to two, old school territory, and right now Jazzero's trying to steal the early momentum, backs away from the slide, creating a bit of space. Look at that! Zombie mistimed the anti-air!
However, Jazdero spent a lot of drive gauge in. Now Zombie needs to find a way to make their way in, and this is how you beat JP. Drive rush, Blanca hop to an air. Yes, Blanca has an air throw. Anyway, these huge bursts of movement, that's how you catch JP off guard.
Absolutely, but it doesn't seem like Jazdero's rattled at all. He's back to his usual setup, Captain.
Yes, but unfortunately, the parry attempt by Jazdero is blocked, and great jump to bait out the amnesia. That was a beautiful option selection, because by jumping, we can see what our opponent does, and if, you know, Jazdero did nothing, then we could have hit a button.
Yeah, and that was a great button to pick. Zombie's feeling him out a bit, gets caught out of the air, baits out the drive rush, extends it away from it, backs off a little. He's creating a lot of space. I think he's sitting on something.
Oh my God, jumping heavy punch, that's so much distance for an air button.
Oh, wow. Uses Blanca ball, but just backs off again. You see him setting up amnesia again.
Okay, using 2 medium kicks to space Zombie behind the teleport, that's really strong. And
It
again,
is.
now Zombie has to be very careful they don't hit parry and accidentally burn themselves out, but instead they're going to tag Jazdero, cross up throw. Okay, how are you going to follow up? Light block ball? No, another block hop.
Yeah, and you see Jazdero starting to turtle up a bit. He backs off. He ducks under the grab attempt, straight into the amnesia. Out comes another one.
Okay, and okay, we understand that Zombie was not going to press any buttons, and Jazdero teleporting in and a level 2 to really cinch this round in.
Yeah, he really knows when to fire off those supers. A lot of people you'll see, they'll wait for a critical art or level 3 and they won't touch anything else. Jazdero knows if you've got it, smoke it.
Great anti-air. That was one that has been recently buffed in, and the command grab from Jazdero, they're keeping that option just enough for Zombie, they have to consider it.
Oh, yes, and he's definitely considering right now. You see him hunching up a bit on the defense, goes for a jump over, not able to get it. The parries are coming out pretty well for him.
Yeah, Jazdero's doing an amazing job locking the air down. Now Zombie has to force in. Stand heavy kick. Oh my god. And again, the level 2. The level 2 from Jazdero has been doing so much work. It really feels like that every round they've won is off of the back of this super.
Maybe not quite all of them, but it comes out again and again, and it's his favorite go-to. We're not really seeing like a full level 3 come out for him or anything. It's just so reliable for what his tactical goals are in a given game.
Zombie has been a lot less aggressive these few rounds, and I'm wondering if that's because they are not confident in their offense as much, or is Jazdero doing a great job stopping them?
I think it's a bit of both. He's stopping him so consistently that Zombie is starting to second guess himself. He's starting to hesitate at the plate. He's starting to wonder what buttons he can safely press without an immediate punish like this. And then next thing he knows, he's in the corner, or he tries to side switch and gets cut off like that.
Look at the drive gauge disparity right now. Zombie had to spend a little gauge and still gets popped in.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, Captain!
Oh, that was a very interesting exchange, very evasive, and Jazdero ends up in the corner, and that's really fortunate for Zombie because they could jump back like that, but still, the light and the drive gauge advantage is slowly inching their way right to Jazdero, and then it's just turned into a mile.
Yeah, miles and miles ahead on set point now. Zombie's trying to find something. You see another tentative round start. Drive rushes in, eats the parry, eats the punish counter, and Jazdero straight on the attack.
And look at that, K-Boxer, right back to level 2.
Again with the level 2. Yes, he just loves that super, and who can blame him? It's doing so much good work for him.
No, great Desert Soul, but again, another drive impact from Jazdero, and Jazdero, who started this set on the back foot, is really putting some strides forward.
Good timing on that air throw, though, into another back throw. Is Zombie starting to figure it out, or was that just one last sign of life? Here it comes again, another level 2. The parries aren't going to hold out, Captain. He's up against the wall now.
And with that departure, that will depart Zombie's time in this winner's side. Jazdero taking it 3.
Good JP like Jazdero can just box you out all night if he wants. But let's see what SimplyEgo can do. What do you think the keys are to this fight, Captain?
You gotta make sure that Jamie doesn't get his drink on. Give this boy a sobriety check. For all intents and purposes, you're enforcing prohibition. And with the way that JP is dressed right there, he kind of looks like he's from that era.
Right, I would expect to see him running a speakeasy as well as Shadowloo's books. Already Azan has one down, gets the command grab going, keeps him in the corner off a hard knockdown, drive rushes in, and look at this, SimplyEgo's already in burnout.
Okay, great use of the amnesia. That's going to go ahead and give ourselves the side switch, and SimplyEgo, oh no, that was misspaced as you can tell by the punch counter, and boy, oh boy, K-Vox, SimplyEgo is not doing Elliot Ness proud.
Not at all. This is Al Capone's soup kitchen. Already 2 drinks up. Both of them have level 1. Azan knocking on the door to level 2. He backs off a little. He's ahead in drive gauge and in life. And he's waiting to see what SimplyEgo's going to do. He's looking for an opening to just rush in and finish this round. Yeah,
Azan has to be very patient right here. SimplyEgo does not have the life lead, but they definitely have more than enough ammunition on take to take out Azan. But Azan can wait this out. Look at that timing, man.
Oh!
Look at that. Just like a zoner, brings a fireball to a dive kick fight.
Yeah, and you know what they say, if he pulls a knife, you pull a gun. If he sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That is the way Azan is playing right now. Already another drink. They both have level 3. SimplyEgo's about to go into burnout again. Manages to get out of the corner, though, Captain.
This is definitely some good momentum change for SimplyEgo. SimplyEgo, for all intents and purposes, is doing a great job boxing Azan out, but they just haven't found the checkmate situation.
Yeah, they just don't have the tools to get the job done, to get that last kill, because there are several exchanges in these past rounds where even as you see the super coming out, which is going to finish this game, there have been several rounds where SimplyEgo looked like he was winning until he wasn't.
It does, but that was just because SimplyEgo's zoning pattern is very repetitive and consistent, allowing Azan to find the timing, especially with that drive rush heavy punch. That was big. If anything, SimplyEgo needs to find a way to not only keep that zoning pattern consistent, but oh, we got kicked in the
Oh,
leg.
wow. Yeah, that is never fun. And Azan already has him in the corner. You were talking about predictable patterns, Captain. No fun. And earlier tonight, I was talking about this being like baseball. It's like a guy who has an absolute heater of a fastball, but it goes to the same part of the strike zone every time. And now Azan is swinging every time he sees that release point.
Oh, beautiful counter hit, standing medium kick. Let's see how and
Yes.
SimplyEgo wanted a jab right at that range, which is very dangerous. Azan playing it safe because now Azan doesn't need to approach, but they will offer that perfect parry.
Yeah, already has 2 drinks down too. Not really gonna need him another round down, and you're seeing why he has won 2 consecutive monthlies, Captain.
Because just because Azan knows how to play things patient. One
Yes.
interesting thing is we're not drinking in the neutral, and that's just because JP can hit us anywhere from the screen. So we don't want to invite that kind of trouble to our doorstep.
Yeah, he only sneaks in a drink after a big hit, like you see in this exchange right now.
That's going to be a drink there. 2 drinks. That's going to give us the dive kick.
Yeah, beautiful time for it as SimplyEgo manages to keep him from coming in. But look at that, Azan read the teleport.
Yeah, jump back light is an amazing disengage. And now that when SimplyEgo is whipping these buttons and Azan knows that they won't be hit, we're going to get, this is the four drinks, K-Vox.
Full force drinking marathon, and he is in, and SimplyEgo can't seem to get him out. He goes for a crouching punch to try to force some distance. Drive rushes straight back in. What do you think his strategy is here, No Fun?
Well, right now, Azan's trying to make some space, and SimplyEgo just needs to preserve that space between them. And you could see the use of the fireballs to just make sure that Azan stays away while the drive gauge rebuilds.
And right now he is slightly ahead on drive gauge. He's trying to survive this 4-drink assault from Azan, and he is a little ahead on life as the level 2 comes out. Oh, but he jumps out of it. He jumps out of it.
But fell into that one. The command guard, SimplyEgo had to spend 2 super bars and then use drive rush to get that 1 throw.
Yeah, and good time to get the throw. Do you think he anticipated that jump back to set up his command grab, or do you think it was more serendipity?
I don't know. Whatever. They were just waiting for a move.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes that's all you can do, especially against someone as oppressive as Azan. They get a bit of a trade, but SimplyEgo's still stuck in the corner, and Azan has a drink and level 3 whenever he wants it.
Okay, with punish from Azan, SimplyEgo has to be very careful what button they hit. They go for the jump, but Azan was ready, even though they jumped backwards first.
That's another command grab, Captain, and another drink. We've been pointing out that pattern of his. Out comes level 2 again.
And Azan wisely jumps back. We got tagged by what, 1 special while our opponents spent 2 super. That's a good trade-off.
Yeah, it seems like SimplyEgo's using that level 2 as a get away from me tool because he knows Azan is going to jump backwards out of it and he'll have the opportunity to get at least 1 hit in. But now Azan already has all 4 drinks and level 3 is still there.
Not to mention the life lead, meaning SimplyEgo has to do something big and risky in order to get the advantage.
That's what he's trying to do here, I think. Open up Azan to something big, to some long combo. But Azan's just dancing through it.
Oh, that was the overhead. Yep, SimplyEgo went for the overhead, which could have tried to open up, and this should be the game.
Oh, yeah, that was just not going to be it for SimplyEgo. He was onto something for a moment there, but you're right. Azan's playing so patiently. He just can't catch Azan pressing something he shouldn't.
Well, that's just because Azan has the life lead. When you have the life lead, why do you need to advance?
That's true.
You get to be the defensive position. That's the goal for Azan. Get the life lead, then play defensively, and wait for SimplyEgo to commit to something huge.
Especially because SimplyEgo can't shut down the drinks. That is just coming again and again whenever Azan wants it, whenever he gets a good hit in. Doesn't come out this time. I was half expecting it would. But as he's about to put himself on set point, SimplyEgo hasn't gotten out of this corner once.
Oh, man. SimplyEgo has had a real tough time in the corner.
Oh, yes. All right, let's see. Is he already bullying him into the next corner? Because that seems to be where this is going. Here he is again.
Okay, using this crouching medium kick, that is a really good button for JP to make space.
Yep.
Excellent spacing.
Oh, Out come the specials now. Out come the portals. He's trying to keep Azan boxed in. Maybe it's going to work this time. Azan's knocking on the edge of burnout. Gets a side switch. Gets burnt out. He's forced towards the corner, Captain.
This is a knockdown from Azan, and I love the double dashes to bring this to the mid screen. And in 2 interactions, we are close to the left side. Now we're at the left side.
Yeah, here we are. He tries to rush in. He tries for a drive impact, I believe that was. And right now he's backing him off. Right now, Azan still only has 1 drink. He has level 2. He's got the life lead and the drive lead. He has level 3 now. He has the corner pressure, Captain.
Oh, man. SimplyEgo went for a fake fireball, and Azan just goes right through it, seeing through JP's illusions. And that could have been a throw. SimplyEgo, critical art. I believe this will kill K-Vox.
It probably will, and that would be SimplyEgo's 2nd round. Oh no! Pixel left!
A pixel in a dream, but the dream was deferred for another round.
That is a huge breath of air for SimplyEgo, who was being run over all set. Now he can reset a little. Now he knows Azan can bleed. Now he can try to focus on his own game plan a little.
And SimplyEgo, great use of the juggling. Azan's getting a little too reckless, and SimplyEgo finally finds a way through this offense pattern, but the dive kick creates enough space for Azan to get the damage they need.
That was an interesting choice from Azan. Goes for 2 drinks in 1 window. He's still on the other end of these portals. He drive rushes in, manages to close the distance. He's using the crouching game to force SimplyEgo back. Reads the jump in, gets 4 drinks.
Oh, man. And SimplyEgo can't. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and
that's gonna be it.
Dude. This is it.
Oh, SimplyEgo's on the board, Captain. Is this the turning point?
I mean, it's a turning point, but is this more of a detour, or is this a whole new destination that's going to be found?
That is the question. It could even be the final destination. Never drive behind logging trucks, kids.
Final Destination fan?
I still have that scene burnt into my memory. Let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah. That movie has traumatized millennials like me. Every time we see a logging truck, we switch lanes.
Same. And right now, SimplyEgo's wishing he could switch the lane because he's been bullied into this corner for a while now.
Oh, man, we're just really hoping that there is some sort of Rube Goldberg machine of death that will get SimplyEgo out of the corner, but nope. Azan making sure that this offense stays true.
Yeah, you saw that SimplyEgo tried to get a grab out and force Azan back. Maybe went for the back throw, who knows. Azan saw it coming, and now he's just continuing the pressure as if that whole last game didn't happen.
Beautiful follow-up from SimplyEgo. And now, it's one thing to talk about. Look at Azan's rank. This player does not stay a lot of time in the lobbies.
Oh yeah, this is not somebody who plays ranked like at all. This is somebody who's grinding in battle lounges, going into tournaments, who's getting perfected. SimplyEgo starting to wake up. And is it just me, Captain, or was that a much more aggressive round than the Ego's usual?
Oh, you weren't seeing things, K-Vox. That was definitely a more aggressive SimplyEgo, just because the zoning strategy only has 1 dimension.
Oh,
so
yes,
we have to add on layers. Holy cow! Beautiful follow-up with this air medium kick from Ego.
Yeah, and he has the portal over Azan's head to force him to turtle up. He brings him back. He brings out the drive. He has level 3 if he wants it. He's ahead on burnout, on gauge. Let's see if he maintains the life lead for much longer. Azan jumps in, but gets perfect parried.
Okay, SimplyEgo, do not... The same level 3 is SimplyEgo. I don't know how to feel about this situation, but at the same time, we will attack the drive gauge.
Yeah, that is so much drive damage gone, and Azan tries to come back. He can't. We have a tied set.
Oh my god, this is the 2-time 9MOONS champion already tied up in winner's quarters.
And at so many points in the past 2 games, he thought he had it in the bag. What do you think SimplyEgo is adjusting to that's making him turn it around so well?
SimplyEgo is just being more aggressive. We're not playing the exclusive fireball game anymore. JP has really good buttons, and SimplyEgo's using them.
Yeah, and you saw right there that he backsteps to bait Azan into coming forward before he brings out more of his zoning tools. And also that parry is getting a lot more consistent.
Also, SimplyEgo is just being more methodical with their zoning.
Yeah, I see it. But right now he's in burnout. Reads the jump over, brings out some pressure, jumps back, trying to survive long enough to get that great gauge back. But Azan smells blood in the water, Captain.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be some big damage for SimplyEgo.
Oh, that might even be enough. Not quite just yet, but that
No,
could.
it's totally enough, K-Box.
And we didn't think at the start of this set that SimplyEgo would be on set point, but here he is in the final game drawing first blood.
This is SimplyEgo on set point against the two-time champion. If the first round is on data, SimplyEgo finally upgraded their OS to Windows 11.
Yeah, he got the full update package, but gets perfect parry. Might have installed a bit of malware unknowingly. Azan gets him in the corner, goes for his own super.
Yeah, this is the level 2 install super, and that's going to be a big win from Azan. And finally, SimplyEgo forcing Azan to do these risky plays. That is the first OD we've seen from Azan all set.
The first one, and he's very comfortable in 4-drink range. Gets him into the corner, has him close to burnout. Tries to splat him, gets the throw. Burnout's here for SimplyEgo.
Jamie is pretty good at threatening burnout now, and SimplyEgo, they can turtle up. We're going to use this level 2 to just buy us some time. And excellent use of the throw.
Oh, beautiful throw.
One more throw on the go. You're going to say it or I'm going to say it, K-Box.
I'll let you have that one.
Final round. SimplyEgo versus Azan. Winners quarters in this nail-biting of a set.
Absolute nail biter, edge of your seat action, and I don't think Azan, the defending champion, expected to be here so early in our stream. He was thinking, who even is SimplyEgo, and now he's feeling like he went.
SimplyEgo also probably did not have any idea they were going to do so well against the two-time champion. And we see both fighters respecting each other right now. SimplyEgo goes for the drive rush. They both traded, and Azan lands a crouching medium. Big damage.
That kind of composure is what's been making Azan stand out, because he perfectly read that jump over, and now he gets the corner carry almost, has 3 drinks, level 2's coming up, and he's way ahead in drive gauge, so he has so much room to work in this next 50 seconds, the last 50 seconds of the set.
Now SimplyEgo has to do something big, and that might be a little too big. They could have wrote themselves a check that they could not cash out.
They might well not have been able to, but look at this switch, Captain. Look at the teleport into the level 2.
And that, because Azan was in the corner, they weren't in. Oh, they got a beautiful lead. And we're not going to go ahead and miss this, K-Box. It's time to train, and SimplyEgo, it's time for you to consider what your next move is going to be in the loser's side, because Azan is going to hold on to their precious winner's position.
That kind of composure, I said it already, but that's why he's the 2-time champ, the 2-time consecutive champ. It's been all Azan since we switched to monthlies here in 9MOONS, and that could easily have gone very wrong for him. What do you think were the deciding moments that brought Azan back on top?
Well, it was definitely SimplyEgo just abandoned their game plan in the final hour. Also, when Azan was in the corner, their turtling was so strong that SimplyEgo went for the command grab. Remember, that was an option that they didn't do, but in the final moments where it could have gotten the kill, Azan read it and jumped backwards. A beautiful option select, and just sailed in that level 3 for the game.
Yeah, and that is an important skill that a lot of people don't consider, knowing when to back off, when to stop pressing. And it's going to be a tough question for these two, Ruffian versus Rookie, a matchup you and I have seen plenty of times, commentated at least once. These two don't back off.
No. It's Rookie will, being a Luke player, but Ruffian, what's backing away?
Right. I mean, why even have a back button on the D-pad? He probably took that right off.
I mean, you got to block. You got to block a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. But he does have the parry. He takes an early lead here, but Rookie drive rushes straight in. Indecisive exchange. Nobody doing damage in the first several seconds. Blanca-chan comes out, Captain. You see the usual trap coming out.
Oh, that was big damage with a jumping heavy kick. Blanca's jump heavy kick is very reminiscent of JP's as well as Malone's. Also, production, it's still on us. You know. Thank you.
Well, you know, the chat doesn't want to stop looking at our beautiful faces any more than they would want to not see this lovely Street Fighter as Ruffian secures the perfect KO for the first round.
Oh, wow. Very interesting for Ruffy to just walk all the way back, and Rookie not appreciating being toyed with, but Ruffian going to get level 2 with their opponent in the corner.
Oh, good instinct from Rookie to try to duck under that grab, but still ends up getting the punishment, and he's in burnout now. If he's not careful, this is going to end up stunned, and that's not where you want to be against Ruffian. Manages to fight out a bit. Oh, baits out the super!
That's right. Rookie wanted mash that super. Ruffian went for the overhead, but Rookie was ready.
Yeah, and you see Ruffian trying to set up that Blanca-chan trap too. Gets it out again. Grabs him through it, and Ruffian likes to set up these situations where you have to pick your poison. Either the Blanca-chan doll is getting you, or he's setting up something like those throw loops you just saw in mid-screen.
Okay, great challenge on the mix-up from Rookie.
Beautiful challenge. Gets the grab again, though. Eventually, he's going to have to start decking those.
But we will check that block a hop.
Oh, definitely check that one. Level 1 for Ruffian. Not gonna get a chance. Tied game already. And I'm not surprised to see this one so back and forth.
Yeah, Rookie has always gone just short of a game victory. And oh my god, parry off with a medium kick from Ruffian.
Great parry instincts from Ruffian. He's not just an attacking threat. He knows when to hit that parry button, when to force you into turtling up like he's doing right now. Gets right back in Rookie's face, but maybe overextended.
That's a big whiff from Ruffian, and Rookie's going to hold on to their super bar. They couldn't really do anything after that because they would have burnt themselves out in that situation. And Ruffian using their extra drive gauge to really dictate their spacing.
Yeah, I like how he's setting up the eye levels too to set up that mid-screen grab. But right now, Rookie's back in control. He backs away to stop the throw attempt, burns himself out to get the damage, has level 2 if he wants it, doesn't need it.
Has Ruffian when he wants it.
Yeah, that's true. He's ruffianing up Ruffian. Never mind, I'm going to workshop that one. You take over, Cap.
Yeah, just putting Ruffian in a rough place. That's what you wanted.
That's better. That's better. Absolutely. And so is this instinct to stop Ruffian from jumping in.
Okay. One thing is both of these players have very good crouching medium punches. Rookies with Luke's is faster, but Blanca has a better distance.
Yeah, and you see the classic fireball war in that last exchange. Ruffian jumping over the sandblast, using Blanca Ball to clear up the space to close the gap, but he gets punished for it. He's bounced off the wall, not going to drop the combo this time. Straight into level 1 to take the round.
Easy use of the level 1. I fully agree with that decision. You spend, especially if it's only 1 meter, spend it to get your round.
Totally. I mean, if you've got to smoke it, and he's also somebody who will bring out that level 3 the second he finds an opportunity once he's heated up enough, but he's not going to have much chance to do it right now.
Okay, 2 OD reversals from Ruffian, and Rookie being walked to the corner. Extended parry.
Yeah, what do you think the thinking was there? He was obviously anticipating something that didn't come out.
Well, I'll tell you later, K-Box, but right now, Ruffian will have this round.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no dropping that, not after that stun. And he's coming in this with 3 Blanca-chans and a level 3 ready and full drive gauge. So we'll see how well he's able to control the pace of this. Oh, straight into level 2, Cam. Interesting choice.
Right off of a hit Sandblaster, I don't see where they're going at, but I hope it works well for the best of them.
Yeah, forces Rookie to back away into the corner, keeps up the pressure, can't stop the jump in, but Rookie's not able to use it to escape. He drive rushes in, he sets up mid-screen. Oh my goodness, he's got the side switch, Captain.
Okay, but blast that OD Blanca Ball, and Ruffian just does it twice in a row. Ruffian doesn't care.
Oh, he does not care at all, and he knows that he has to keep Rookie under pressure, especially because here it comes. I told you, the level 3.
Oh, man. Good job, Rookie. You just need to get one more game in, and you'll have it over Ruffian.
Yeah, and that is not something just anybody can say. He was the winningest player over in Breakout until their SF6 series went into suspension, and now he's got Rookie burnt out and on the ropes, backing up against the cage wall, as it were.
Sand Blast is a great projectile, but not exactly from full screen.
No, no, not nearly enough range, but look at the timing on that crouching jab until Rookie gets grabbed.
Cross up from Ruffian, and that's going to be Ruffian's first game.
Ruffian's so dangerous on those cross-ups. You basically have to be ready for them at any moment. And the thing is, he gets in your head. He comes at you, and you're thinking, is this just closing the distance? Is he setting up a throw loop in mid-screen? Is he trying to cross me up? Is he just going to slide or do Blancachon? And you just can't be comfortable guessing.
Ruffian's doing a great job punish countering Rookie's missed normals, but the missed normals from Rookie finally become landed normals as they land a huge combo.
Yes, wadded out of the air. Ruffian stuck in the corner now, and you see Rookie using those crouching jabs to just force him in place.
Okay, jump back from Ruffian to try to just make space and also option select.
Perfect parry on the Blanca ball into another heavy counter.
Oh, but we don't care, K-Box. We're just going to still do the ODs.
Yeah, just no fear from Ruffian at all, but out comes the air-to-air again and into a back throw, corner pressure again. I'm not surprised that he's starting to figure out Ruffian's playstyle. These two have come up against each other so many times.
Not to mention, Luke is the more versatile character.
True, true. I mean, there's only so many ways Blanca can get in. It's just that when he does, it's chaos. All right,
a little bit of a calm before the storm, but the crouching medium punch sails in from Rookie, and this is easily going to take Ruffian to the corner, and we will spend the level 3 mainly to rebuild our drive gauge.
You know, I could use a trip to Memphis, catch a Grizzlies game. I'm a big Yuki Kawamura fan.
Memphis.
I'm not sure what else is there. Jazz, I think. Am I thinking Nashville?
Nashville's amazing. I've been to Nashville once. I really want to go back.
Sure.
I've done Pigeon Forge, Nashville, and Gatlinburg.
Oh, nice, nice. And speaking of Gatlin, Rookie's trying to unleash the Gatlin gun of offense, but Ruffian causes a misfire. They back off, restore neutral for a moment.
Okay, you can see the neutral jump right there. Rookie was anticipating something from Ruffian.
He was.
And now burnout loop. That is such a good button from Luke.
Beautiful. All right, bit of an indecisive exchange here. Rookie is on the ropes. He's getting grabbed. Let's see if Ruffian goes for another one. Not going to get a chance thanks to that crouching jab.
Oh, man. Stuffs the jumping attack with a standing light kick. Oh, my God. Punish counter off the missed normal. And Ruffian is here. Holy cow. This has been a back and forth match.
Absolutely. I mean, I could watch these two play 100 games, and I think it would be like 49-51 at the end. Rookie reads the side switch attempt and immediately punishes it, catches him off the wall, eats DP though.
Oh, this is the Ruffian special, level 2, just out of nowhere. We're trying to go ahead and push our opponent to the corner.
Yep. Starts to get him towards the corner, gets him up against it, and in burnout. This is a scary place to be against Ruffian. No fun, especially when he's got those Blancachons there.
And we're also fighting for a winner's semifinal position. Oh my God. Level 2 for the reversal.
Oh yes, beautiful time on that reversal. Puts himself in burnout again, but already coming out of it. Out comes Blancachon. It comes alive. Catches him up against it. Sets up that grab beautifully out of the slide, Captain.
Oh my God, we're gonna cancel with the low medium kick too?
Yes. All right, he's up in the corner again, but he's still fighting. Gets the DDT. Shades of Jake the Snake Roberts into a back throw, into corner pressure. He's not gonna take it. Ruffian out of nowhere, Captain.
Oh man, 2-1 from Ruffian. This is a very comfortable lead from Ruffian right now. And Rookie has to really reassess their game plan.
Absolutely. And what do you think he can adjust here as Ruffian starts on this second game?
I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that right now, K-Box. But what I do have, what I can say is that Ruffian burnout, this is a bad combination.
Yeah, especially with that perfect KO out of the DDT. And frankly, same. If I got DDT'd in real life, I'm probably not getting back up.
I mean, if somebody lands a DDT on me, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm going home.
I mean, you can kind of do it as like a takedown defense thing. You just kind of get the face lock in and then fall backwards.
Okay, Rookie doing a great job dictating that pace. That's going to be a big whip from Ruffian.
Oh, beautiful whip from Ruffian. That is a lot of That is Rookie about to take the game. Not off that one exchange, but look at that avoidance of the grab into another perfect. Captain, Ruffian just got double perfected.
He did get double perfect. That's the multi-time champion of Breakout getting double perfect by Rookie. But you know, it's not about the double perfect. It's about who gets the grand final. So I'm not going to put a lot of stock in that.
That's true, but you do have to wonder about Ruffian's mental just to see if that rattled him a little, because when you have that kind of momentum built up and you give up a double perfect, you might start questioning a couple things about your game plan.
You can see right now that Ruffian is doing jump back a lot just to anticipate anything. Jump back, heavy punch is a good button for Blanca, but it's not going to beat this throw loop.
Not at all. That was absurd on the throw loop. The mind games are just incredible. We'll see if Ruffian is as tentative as he was in that last round.
And we're seeing a much more aggressive Rookie. Ruffian is not running their game plan as unopposed as before. And here, even then, Rookie is not afraid to approach on Ruffian, because now with Rookie's back turned to Blanca-chan, oh, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, but it's not anyone's trouble. That is nothing anyone can blame you for, but the super comes out. That's a lot of pain on Ruffian's end, and he is backed into the corner.
Holy cow. Great drive rush cancel from Rookie. We're going to finish the combo frame kill for the first throw. Yep.
Oh, yes.
The block the ball, and with this level 1, Rookie has done the unthinkable and has upset rufianMX from the winner's side.
Yeah, just sending the multi-time breakout champion. Only one E-Honda.
Yeah, what? One E-Honda! Though I did like that article they put out of the former Yokozuna who plays Street Fighter, and he plays E-Honda.
Oh, I showed you that. Teruno Fuji playing Street Fighter. Yeah, that's incredible. And shows you just how popular Street Fighter is.
Okay. You know, this right here, this is a matchup of Japan's finest in terms of like fighting styles of karate and sumo.
You know, and also in attitude, because Molina, Ryu, I should say, has that sheer perfect and hone your craft, devote yourself fully to it style. And E-Honda is big, burly, boisterous, fun, and passionate about what he does.
I do like E-Honda's personality upgrade, but you know, Molina's going to be very happy that we didn't get the gameplay upgrade.
Yeah, that is true, but already a big bullying comeback from Jewelman, gets him right into the corner, gets Molina back there, doesn't let him jump out.
Sorry for that check. It's just that whenever E-Honda lands a punish counter butt slam, it's big.
Oh, it definitely is. Jumps over the grab attempt to get a side switch. Molina's backed up in there again. Level 3's here for Jewelman already. And the Oicho throw puts him on a tied set. Tied game, I should say.
I love the use of the standing heavy for the frame kill.
Yes.
Now, Jewelman is playing a very aggressive Honda. To quote one of my players in my local, Julio Fuentes, you're either a special E-Honda or a normal E-Honda. And Jewelman, definitely a special Honda.
I mean, that makes sense because you pretty much have to play him like a bully. It kind of very sumo in his expression because you have to charge out hard. You have to constantly pressure your opponent. It's very technical, but very power-based too. I mean,
oh,
you ever
man.
see... Oh, look at this. Look at that counter. Look at Molina's pressure.
And look at Molina's rank. That is a player who's played a lot of Ryu.
Yeah, a lot of Ryu, and we were talking about Ryu getting more of his flowers, and Molina's sitting here like, what are you guys talking about? I never doubted him for a second.
Now, that link up is only possible because of the sumo spirit that Jewelman just got again. Similar to Jamie, we need to give up Oki in order to get that bump. Oh, no!
Oh, wow, look at this, Captain. Look at this corner pressure. Gets the counter hit out. Oh, he tried to set up a punish over the jump over the Hadouken, not really getting the timing down right, and Jewelman exploits it.
Not to mention, Jewelman didn't hit any button in the air just so that we don't extend our hurt box.
Yeah, very, very crucial choice, but he's not ready to stop that DP, and now he's back at fireball range, Captain.
Okay, crouch medium kick, and Molina went for the drive rush, and unfortunately, Jewelman had a great button of crouching heavy. Uh-oh. I sense Jewelman is gonna run away with this.
Oh, absolutely he is. He is pounding Molina straight out of the dojo. Honda no kachimashita.
Scoy! I swear, my use of the word doskoy has increased tenfold ever since Street Fighter 6.
I'm gonna turn you on to cooking chanko one of these days too. It's incredible.
We did have a local in our area, and
Oh.
it filled the player cap, and one of the players actually made Chunko for everyone.
Oh my god, I need to come to California and start playing in that local.
Well, first off, you're gonna come to California, eat In and Out. How dare you? Freaking okay! I'm calling you out now. Zero, DC, and DJ Big T. What a burger! Well, you know what? A burger. That was a bad decision.
More like why burger.
Yes.
Speaking of why, Molina gets the butt drop blocked, but he can't stop the low kick. And now Jewelman's going up another round. I think he appreciated the Chanko discourse, but he was wondering what we were talking about for a minute.
What if we put burgers in a Chonko stew?
I mean, you could. The Chanko, the meatballs are made out of ground meat, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it out of ground beef. And burgers are usually just a ground beef patty.
Okay, but Molina gonna make sure they're gonna ground Jewelman into the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Turning the meat grinder on this one. Look at that. He read the sumo headbutt attempt and caught it with a Hadoken, but not able to stop him from coming out of the corner.
Okay, Molina spends all their resources. Jewelman's so close. I do agree with that. And the Shikoga key lands the mark. That's going to be a round. Can Molina pull on ahead? But if they eat that punish counter, I don't think that question is going to answer in the affirmative.
Oh, painful Oicho throw. He's stuck in the corner. Tries to go for a neutral jump, jumping kick. Gets to the side switch, but immediately back. And right now, Jewelman's just hurtling a bit, trying to survive burnout. Has level 3 in his pocket whenever he's ready for it. And a substantial life lead. Out it comes! The dojo of fire!
Now, this is something I like to say. When you spend all your resources to land this Ring of Fire super, we call that the Johnny Cash Out.
That's actually really good. Yeah, no notes. That's perfect.
Yep, coined it myself.
Yeah, I am not surprised. You are the coining champion of fighting game commentary. And Jewelman going up ahead. Right now, it looks like the character switch. What do you think of this? Going to Luke.
You have to do it. Look, I really think you should have a pocket character in this year of our Lord 2025. Speaking as somebody who doesn't have a pocket character, because you're in this situation where if Plan A does not work, what? How many games have they played? 4, 3?
I think that was 2.
That was 2. Yeah, you got to change when you have it. And Molina, Luke is Ryu, but what if Ryu played Fortnite?
Yeah, That's actually a good point. He does have all the Shoto tool set and a throw loop broken up, but this time Jewelman sees it coming. Doesn't see that perfect parry coming, Captain.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why Molina picked Luke is just because Luke has better buttons. And if Jewelman is going to enforce this close range scrap, we might as well pick a character who could... Damn it, that is such a good one.
Oh, look at that, Captain. A perfect off, setting up the throw loop, and then knowing Jewelman will jump out of it, so he has the rising knuckle ready.
And okay, Jewelman using the OD headbutt. Honda doesn't have a lot of really good reversal options. Even his headbutt is armored, not invincible.
Right, and that makes it so hard to get in sometimes.
Oh, wow. It looked like Jewelman got shuffled and got caught by the drive impact, but didn't get the crumple stun.
Yeah, not quite able to get it. He tries to force Molina back. Okay, that was an interaction. OD Oicho throw.
Man using the standing medium punch. That is the stick that Honda uses to poke his opponent. Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, interesting thinking from Molina to drive rush in there. He had Jewelman stuck on the end of those sandblasts, but just opened the door wide.
Well, that's because Jewelman was getting very close to using a level 2 or a level 3, which is Fireball immune.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a wonderful point, Captain. So, you kind of got to pick your poison, as I've been saying. Oh, my goodness. That must feel pretty good, actually, that back crack.
What's going to feel really good for Jewelman is if he could get Molina in a burnout state. This pick to Luke was an early lead. But
all right, got the perfect parry. Let's see where this is going. Back throw into the corner.
And still so much plus frames off of that jump heavy punch.
Oh, yes, and trying to set up a throw loop, not going to get it. Good consistency on the parries and on reading that rush-in attempt. Bounces him off the wall, keeps the combo going. Is he going to pull out his level 3? He is!
We're going to go ahead and take this match right out of the Tokyo Dome and move it straight to Memphis because Molina is the king. Thank you very much.
Oh, my goodness, what a decisive way to close out that game. Just out of nowhere from Molina as we go into the final game.
Yeah, put on your blue suede shoes. Molina has tied this up.
Yeah, beautiful work from Molina, too. I would not be surprised to see Jewelman pretty tentative around managing Molina's super meter, trying to keep him from getting that kind of level 3 ready.
Look at this offense, using the run, and already Jewelman's stuck in the corner. And again, Ihana does not have really good reversal options.
No, he doesn't, and Molina reads him like an open book every time Jewelman jumps over, but he splats him! He stuns him! Oh my goodness, Cam, he's piling up!
No, we're not going to use the level 1. That's it. Teriyaki stick, but not quite for the kill.
Oh, not quite enough. That's going to cost him! That's going to cost him set point! Oh my goodness!
Agree, Jewelman wanted to hit a button, but they were just a little too slow, too late.
Oh my goodness, that one moment of hesitation turned this completely around. He's getting, drops the combo, not deterred by it, has level 3 after that throw. Sumo headbutt comes out for Jewelman. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's gonna get hit in the corner. That's what save jump opportunity for Molina, but for the overhead, got caught instead. Excellent use. Oh, dip, Teriyaki sticks the landing.
And he finished the job this time, Captain. This is exactly what it looked like last round. He has level 3 if he wants it. He has this wall pressure. He's watching for what Molina's going to do. He turtles up a bit. Out comes level 3 for Molina. This is a dangerous situation for Jewelman.
It's critical. This is the critical right one. Kill!
Oh my God, killed! Oh my goodness, Captain.
That was... boy. And a Caniac DJ Synfix there. Love you, just hate your choice in chicken.
Yeah, alleged chicken. One of the restaurants ever, but certainly a great commentator, a great voice for breakout, and we're gonna break in to top 8. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I seem to have killed my co-commentator.
I channeled the Karen. I channeled Karen. That was the Street Fighter Alpha 3 Karen. Oh wow, that came out pretty well. I'm gonna keep that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Absolutely. Let's do that. All right, right now Azan is stuck in the corner a bit on the end of that dive kick. Ferreras seems to be doing a good job of countering Azan even as he builds up the drinks gap.
Oh man, this is going to be a very tough match for Azan. Not only are we fighting a legend, but Cammy is what if Jamie, but consistent.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason you see NuckleDu and Punk running this character, mostly Punk. He did win Evo after all. Backs off a little to bait out that backhand attempt. Azan's having a bit of trouble getting out of the corner and staying there. Gets in mid-screen.
Oh, gets the counter hit, crouching medium kick, and makes some space. And that's one of Jamie's challenges, that could have been time for Azan to reclaim space. But because we stopped and drank, we really allow our Ferreras to just take the ground back.
That's a habit that he had against Ego last time out, and it didn't hurt him that time too much, but we'll see if it comes to bite him against Ferreras, who's really doing a good job of keeping him in place.
And we just saw the dive kick from Ferreras. When I say what if Jamie, but consistent, that's another tool. Cammy doesn't need to drink British tea to get her dive kick. She gets it right off the start.
Hey, don't give Capcom any ideas.
You want Cammy to have a tea gauge?
I mean, why not, right? I mean, Manon has medals, Jamie has drinks, and Azan has this KO to tie up the first game.
And Azan getting that over Ferreras with who spends a level 1 for their demise.
Oh, definitely spends it. Has level 3 in his pocket if he wants it. Drive gauge is getting low, though. He's backing off towards the corner. Ferreras tries to jump in. Gets caught out.
Oh, this is going to be really big for Azan. Yes, that is a wise decision, especially since Azan was lower in the drive gauge. This is going to go ahead and build their gauge while depleting Cammy's. Oh, yeah, and let's go and get the corner, too.
Yeah, all the way straight into the corner for good measure. Critical arts out there for Ferreras, but if Azan's going at this rate, not going to get a chance to use it.
That is true. The critical art is on deck. If Ferreras can land this big combo, they're cashing out right now. We're
Here
at
we
the
go.
casino. We're at the tower. Is this going to be big, big payout money, or we're going to have to play the slot machine one more time? No, we're going home.
I mean, they say the house always wins, but right now Ferreras is looking to be holding a nice big sack with a dollar sign written on it, Captain.
Yeah, the house, there's two consistents. The house always wins, and it's never lupus. That's what we mean, right? Medical analogy,
yeah.
correct?
Yeah, sure. Let's say that, Dr. Wilson.
Oh, beautiful dive kick from Ferreras. Not a terrible dive kick. And already, Azan on the back end. Cammy's vortex is so oppressive.
Yeah, and speaking of oppressive, I mean, Jamerson's just never going to get to live his life, is he?
No, that's then it's like that's like Jay Wong in Evo Moment 37.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be 20 years later, and Terrible Dive Kick is going to be
Terrible
showing
dive
up
kick.
random indie games and stuff.
Oh my God, Ferreras doing great. The Evo X Corp. One game, one round ahead.
I mean, you shouted out Evo Moment 37, and Ferreras knew what their mission was. Look at that air throw, and look at how they've been keeping Azan kind of pinned in place. What do you think is so effective about their game plan right now?
It's Cammy. It's Cammy. She can just stick on you like the burnt side of toast when you leave it in the oven for too long.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I don't know why you would do that. I actually keep an eye on my toes, but hey, nobody's perfect.
Okay. And now Azan. Azan, though, even though they got perfect parry, it's still not horrible for us. We're so close to game point right now, K-Vox.
We are achingly close, and Azan didn't even get to do anything with those 4 drinks, Captain. Gets the side switch, but another throw to seal it. Ferreras has just been keeping him grounded.
Yeah, Ferreras making sure that this is a dry wedding. Leave your drinks at the bar.
But Captain, no fun. It's herbal tea. Wink.
Sure. Just like how Phoenix Wright in Apollo Justice was drinking grape juice.
Yeah, just like in Yu-Gi-Oh, those are totally just finger guns.
Let's go. All right, Azan. Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's going to be some good damage.
Absolute incredible damage. Has 2 drinks. Drive rushes in. Gets the corner pressure. This is more like it. This is more like the Azan we were seeing against Ego.
And we're still going to go ahead and do the dive kicks. Ferreras is not going to be conditioned, but look at that drive gauge. I always want to bring it back. Oh, that's an excellent decision. Do you know why, K-Vox?
Tell us, walk us through it. Walk us through it for the people less familiar in
So
the
the
chat.
drive impact stabilizes the counter combo while also depleting the opponent's drive gauge even more.
Oh, incredible work. And to think of that on his feet, Azan really just has great composure, great ability to think off the back foot and fight into it.
Dive kick right there. Ferreras now has to be a little bit more cautious. And a dive kick from Azan. Remember, it takes 1 drink from Jamie to get into dive kick range. His dive kick is slower, but the OD version can lead to good combo opportunities for him.
Yeah, just like we were seeing in that last game as he's finally back on the board, gets a fresh breath of air, eats the throw though. Dive kicks are coming out for Ferreras, and you got to be careful here too because Ferreras has clearly felt out Azan's range.
Right. Whenever Ferreras is put on the back foot and they can't go a million miles an hour, that's when Azan can really dictate the pressure. Just right now, they get the easy knockdown, and now Ferreras has to play a little bit of that neutral, but they got a legend rake. They know what they're doing.
Oh my goodness, damn near a perfect KO to put himself on set point. Azan was hardly even in that round, and we're seeing the defending champion in serious trouble, Captain.
Oh man, we are in winter semis. Holy good break right there.
All right, backstall
We
towards
are
the
in
corner.
the top 8. If you could take out a 2-time champion early in your top 8 bracket, that means your run to grand finals is going to be that much easier.
It's like Florida knocking out UConn in March, Captain, and it's gonna happen. The upset is here. Azan down to losers finals. Ferreras beat the two-time. I mean, there is, yeah. I was just gonna say, it's fascinating how popular like martial arts films and kung fu and stuff are in African American communities and in hip hop in general as a scene, and lots of fascinating documentaries people can look at about that. You and I are happy to do some recommended reading, but right now we're going into Ruffian versus Zombie, the Blanca mirror. Tell us the keys, Captain.
Oh, it's a mirror that we've never seen from two players we've never seen fight from each other, and if you can't tell from the sarcasm in my voice, that means that we have seen it plenty of times.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this was regular viewing over in Breakout. People are going to get a little tired of us bringing up that name, but of course we're going to bring him up. And right now, you see Ruffian actually creating a lot of space and letting Zombie come in on him.
Well, you know, there's one thing I hate about mirror matches.
Is it when you can't tell which one's which?
Yeah. Okay.
The green one is Zombie.
The green one is okay.
No, the green one's Ruffian.
Like a real zombie. Wait, no, the green one's Ruffian. Don't mix me up, K-Box.
No, seriously, green one is Ruffian, red one is Zombie.
Red one is Zombie. Okay, red zombie. Think Resident Evil.
Yeah. Crimson Heads.
Okay. Excellent follow through. This is actually a more spacing oriented match, and that's just because both of these players they can't really rely on the other character missing the tools.
Right.
They have all the tools.
Yeah, and this comes down to both character expression, player expression, and just knowledge of the tool set. Because you see Ruffian, for example, pulling out the Blancachon doll like he likes to do, actually catching Zombie with it, pulling out the super, and eating a perfect parry for his trouble.
Right, and see, Zombie right there was aiming for the side switch, but then Ruffian, beautiful choice to just wake up OD in order to just maintain their advantage.
Oh, look at that. He side switches to force Zombie into the doll and bring Zombie into burnout.
This is really bad for Zombie.
It is. Oh, my goodness. There goes the first game. Zombie's going to need a few green herbs to deal with that one.
Well, green and red herbs.
That's true. Green and red.
I always find it interesting that the red herb was useless by itself, but when you combined it with the green one, then it was potent. Hey, I just realized a green and red herb right here on screen.
Yeah, that's the joke, Captain. Right now, the boat seems to have left its captain in the harbor. Maybe a little too much fun in shore leave. As right now, Ruffian's teeing off on Zombie, gets the Blancachon set up, and zaps him for a long combo. He falls onto the doll. This is dark for Zombie.
Look, the boat section was my least favorite section in Resident Evil 7, so I can let that boat pass me by.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, suddenly switching into, Anyway, we are seeing some Street Fighter. A long, perfect parry. Can't stop the side switch, though.
They go ahead and stop and wait, and Zombie, being the more anxious of the two, had to press forward, given that they were lower on life, and Ruffian just had those wait and see.
Yeah, right now, Zombie taking the early momentum, sets up a grab. We'll see if he goes for another one. Not going to get a chance one way or the other because Ruffian saw the drive rush coming.
Yeah, the Ruffian used the OD move to get themselves away the corner. They did not want to be a Ruffian sandwich.
Oh, not at all. That was cutting it close. We'll see if he is within whiskers of victory.
Complete global level 2.
73 seconds. That's all the time he can spare to play.
Oh, man, I wanted them to block a ball into each other.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, Zombie's a little too professional to bite on that. So is Ruffian. Tries to block a ball in. Slivers of health. This is one interaction away. Gets the KO to take 2 games now. What do you think Zombie's tools are here? What do you think his game plan should be? Because this is a matchup Ruffian usually wins.
I think the game plan should be aggression.
Usually is with Blanca.
Yes, but Zombie is being the less aggressive of the two. Just force
true.
Ruffian to make bad decisions, just because Zombie's really good at calling out those. Right here, what did I say? Get in Ruffian's space, make Ruffian commit to something.
Yeah, and he read the side switch, too, to stop it. And right now, he gets to wake up DP, tries to get in on him, goes for the crouching kicks again, changing the eye levels on him. He's in burnout, catches him in the corner, sets up the grab, takes the round.
I scream, you scream. We all scream for Zombie to take that round. Zombie needs this round to put themselves one game on the board and just give themselves a little bit of breathing room.
Oh, interesting thinking from Ruffian to use that side switch to set up a grab attempt. And the idea, of course, was if he stopped the grab, the Blanca doll was going to get him. Bit of a restart of neutral. They're backing away from each other. Perfect parry into a back throw.
Neutral jump again. Neutral jump is such a good option, especially against Blanca, who doesn't really have the best anti-air tools. So you can neutral jump in his face and be somewhat okay, unless you do something like that. Beautiful pickup, and that's not going to scale to level 3 too badly off of the standing heavy kick.
Yeah, I mean, that's Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell. You're okay until you're not. He's right back in Ruffian's face. Ruffian fights out of the corner. Out comes his super captain.
This is a very rare chance, very rare moment for Ruffian to use level 2 in combo. Normally they just whip it out and willy-nilly, but hey, when desperate times, you go for desperate measures.
Yeah, and right now he eats the grab attempt. He gets it, put it in the corner. He's the one on set point, though. This is set point versus survival point, as we like to say over in Tekken. And right now, Zombie backs off. I see what you're talking about. Not really as aggressive, not forcing bad decisions, forcing choices. But Ruffian has been very disciplined on defense, so it might be hard for him to spot those openings.
Okay, now we got the first throw. We're going to go ahead and go for the second one. But unfortunate jump right there. Oh, the trade, but that's a GameStop trade.
Yeah, I like the thinking there. You know, GameStop tries to rip him off, but he still gets plenty of bang for his buck. Ties this up, or doesn't tie it up, but survives the set. And now he has a few more rounds to work with. A little more rope, a little more tether.
You could say that Zombie was game informed on that matchup.
Yeah, you could say that he had plenty of save data on the memory card and needed a few tips and tricks from the commentary team, but managed to clear the level.
Are we really going to go ahead and run through how many magazines we know? Because we could really show that we're on our game and we're pros at it.
Yeah, and the electronic gaming monthly that is 9MOONS trundles on as Ruffian's on set point again.
I'm not going to continue the bit, not because I can't fire off, but it's just because we already named all the magazines worth knowing.
Yeah, that's true. We're kind of out of them. I mean, maybe if you go Japan with Famitsu, but that one's hard to work into the bit.
Hey, remember Shu and Chan?
Kinda.
Oh, that was the comic in Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, look at that. That is the exact trap Ruffian likes to set with the Blanca doll. He's going to go for it again. Sets up the grab off it. That's going to go right by the Blanca doll. Doesn't need it. Has that corner pressure. Zombie gets out with the Blanca ball.
Yeah, Blanca ball is not only is Blanca ball a good engaging tool, it's a great disengage tool. And Ruffian being patient, so Zombie was a little too slow on the draw with that light Blanca ball, and we're going to sail in this to the level 2, the Ruffian special, also made popular by Mena RD.
Oh my goodness, that is sending Zombie home. Nothing left in the Spencer.
Winters is one of my favorite Resident Evil protagonists.
I can see it, honestly. That's not that hot a take to me.
Really? The whole point, the reason why I like Ethan Winters is because he's such a nothing protagonist.
He's kind of an ordinary schmuck who's just way in over his head, including stuff I'm not going to spoil from Village. And that's endearing. It really kind of sells what is special about being a survival horror protagonist.
Well, but also, it's also Ethan Winters like, huh, all right, let's go. And he's just like, what? Because even Chris Redfield's like, oh man, I got to be cautious. And Ethan Winters like, I'll walk in this basement.
Well, look, he's alive in 2019, 2020, 20, so on. You'd be like that too. And speaking of being like that, Rookie with the DDT to take the first round.
Ooh, man, let's go ahead and take that offense 3 doors down to the second round.
Yeah, getting a bit of Wrestle Kingdom going on. Unfortunately, I mostly know Puro Wrestling stuff. I'm not very tuned into the American side of things.
No, three doors down is a band.
I know, but I assumed it was like a wrestler's entrance song or something.
Oh, no, it's because you said Be Like That, and that was their song, If I Could Be Like That, from the American Pie series.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I've never seen either of those movies either, so I'm horrifying my co-commentary at the same time.
Oh, no, I've never seen it. I know.
God.
Oh, no, I've not seen American Pie either. I just really like the song, If I Could Be Like That.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As Molina forces a bit of distance, tries to get back in this round. Captain, if this doesn't work out for him, do you think we're seeing the switch already? Because Rookie's been kind of running roughshod over him.
Oh, that is a very good question because Molina has had great success with Luke, but that also forces them into the Luke mirror.
Right, right. And nobody likes the mirror. Oh, we are seeing this. We're seeing the switch to Ken, not to Luke, to Ken.
Okay, you know what? If you could play Ryu, you could play Luke. It's okay if you had a little fling with Ken. You know, the strongest Shoto.
Mm. Even bringing out the old SF2 fit. I mean, I can't believe he forced Hobo Ken to shave. That is, he deserves to lose just for that.
Yeah. No, this is the Johnny Lawrence Ken.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I kind of see it. Rest in
By the
peace,
way,
Cobra Kai.
if anybody needs something to watch, dude, like Cobra Kai, 6 seasons of perfection. The final episode was amazing, and if you're a Tekken head, it makes it more enjoyable.
Oh, that's interesting. Tekken to Cobra Kai. I want to hear you justify that one.
Well, no, it's spoilers. Oh my god, big stand heavy from Rookie.
Oh my goodness, Rookie just not deterred. He's like, why are you guys talking about Tekken? I'm going to play some Street Fighter here. Look at me win. Look at me perfect parry. Look at me punish Molina off the wall into the shoulder bar.
Oh my god.
Wake up DP.
You can already see that Molina too wild options. They were hoping that their opponent wasn't ready for. They were ready for.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing that's important here. The line heavy game that is Street Fighter 6.
Okay, let's see. Big and heavy. That's gonna be some big damage. Rookie, what level is going to go to the second game? And Molina, you just got ready with and do you move to the loop?
Let's see. Let's find out. No, straight in. Right with Ken still. What do you think he's thinking?
One mirror match.
That's fair enough, but he's got to come up with a game plan quick. He's running out of time and make something happen here. It's been all Rookie since we came in.
Also, I believe production knows what's going on with the audio. I don't know why it's getting so crunchy.
I was starting to get scared because I thought it was my headphones. Remember, like, our first time commentating together, my headphones died mid-set? Yeah. I was like pretending to know what we were saying.
Okay. No, wait. It's really speaking for defenses, and Rookie just understanding that they're playing a lot more patient game. We see. Oh, dude. What is this? What's that kind of metal like? The one where it sounds like you're gargling metal when you sing.
That could be like half of them. That could be like death metal. That probably is death metal.
It's death metal.
Yeah.
Okay, first throw. Dan heavy to the driver, cancels that will put Rookie in burnout. This is a great position from Molina. And finally, Molina seeing a little bit of daylight in that tunnel. Gets down.
Yeah, now it's last set point for survival point, trying to make snap here, get a fresh bit of breathing room. Some good parries off the sandblast, looking for his opening to get in. Stops him with the fireball. Still perfect. But watches him walk in and walks him onto the crouching punch for a decent combo, Captain.
I just read chat right now, K-Vox, and
yeah.
Dude just says, I want to hear some intergalactic right now. And it does sound like that intergalactic voice filter.
Yeah, it does. I totally see that.
Another dimension that Rookie is playing on. Because remember, we are in winter semis, so even if you lose, you still get to fight for your right to stay in the bracket.
Oh, look at this. Wake up super. Catches Rookie pressing something. That is a lot of momentum to steal back. And he gets out of burnout for his trouble.
Yeah, we tied him. And oh my God, spending all that drive gauge. Ken went all in that crypto coin, and it just went in his favor.
That's like when it's like 2008 and you spend like $500 on Bitcoin and everyone thinks you're kidding and they're like, what, are you going to buy a pizza with that? And then it's like, wait 10 years, you'll see.
Okay, Molina's getting a lot more comfortable with this matchup. And now it's Rookie being pushed back.
Yeah, if Rookie can't get out of this corner, he tries a wake-up rising uppercut, can't get anywhere with it. Molina is piling on the hurt, has him up against the wall, backs off a little, creates some room, gets caught on the drive rush, Captain.
Yeah, crouching medium punch. That is such an amazing button on Luke. Still good. Oh, crouching medium punch from Molina. Tet or tat. Hurricane kick puts Molina so close to tying it up.
On the doorstep, on the threshold, about to ring the bell. Rookie trying to fight back out of it, gets him off the wall like high alive with the pelota and eats a drive rush coming back.
Oh man, that drive rush was checked by the crouching medium kick. You say highlight, I think of hack and sack right now.
Yeah, cannot blame you playing a bit of racquetball off these walls. That level 3's right there for Rookie, though. Gotta keep him on the back foot. You know that's coming out as soon as Rookie sees a chance. Not gonna get that chance, Captain.
That crouching medium punch, that crouching heavy punch that Rookie whipped, I do not think that was intentional. That must have been a misinput. No, unfortunate button because of that high recovery range. That gifted Molina this round, and now we're 2-2 in this winter semis.
Yeah, that was just not what Rookie was expecting, and it looks like we might see something happening here. I don't know about if it's a switch or what, but maybe it's, who knows. He asked for a buff to Luke, which, you know, maybe not, but we'll see how he adjusts. Maybe that was just to get a quick breath of air.
Now, you got to cool your opponent down. Molina is on this amazing comeback, and you can see the mental reset that Rookie has enforced, while brief, has been very effective because now they have the corner.
Yeah, absolute strategic chess move, as I like to put it. Keeps him back towards the corner, eats the drive rush into Tatsu, though. And Molina's trying to stay on top of him, stay in his face. Not really paying off for him. Off the wall again. Drops the combo using the shoulder charge.
Now, Rookie does not want to drop this. And has the comeback train from Molina reached its stop? Has the murder on the Orient Express stopped and has been solved?
Right now, he's got to fight very, very carefully because Rookie's on set point, and he doesn't want it to end like this after that two-game straight comeback. Rookie backs off a little, sets up this drive rush, keeps him up against the wall, tries to jump up to continue the pressure, keep him trapped behind the frames, Captain.
Oh, using the drive reversal to make some space right now. Ken's so privileged in his corner carry, but Rookie has been so good sailing in that crouching medium kick, and that's why Molina doesn't want to press, because Molina could get tagged. And watch it.
Oh, that was exactly what Rookie was looking for to condition him, and I would put my money on that level 3 coming out. It does!
Oh.
It does, Kevin! That might be it!
It's so close. We don't have the cigar right now. Rookie just needs one more hit and sails in the OD sand. That was checkmate because Molina was burnt out. All Molina could do
one
is
of the matchups
block.
of all time, especially with Liquid O in the mix, because he's so good at tripping people up, at using those teleport and yoga float setups to keep you on the back foot, and we'll see how well Ego can adjust.
I'm wondering who's going to be the aggressor. These two people can't zone. Well, Dolphin can't zone full screen forever because JP will kill him.
Yeah, right now it seems to be Liquid O in charge of the tempo so far and doing a great job of, perfect pairing. Maybe spoke too soon.
And this is one of the reasons why JP's so frustrating to fight, because he could land a really strong combo, then push you on the opposite end of the screen. Follow the bouncing ball, and Liquid takes his turn back.
That was actually an interesting conditioning move because he knew Ego would see that fireball and want to get out of its way, which would give him the window to escape the corner.
And Liquid O is burnt out, and now we use the teleport. That's going to be the key right now. Alston's teleport is much stronger than JP's teleport.
Absolutely. He's just a mix-up monster with that teleport, but it's not going to matter right now. Use that super to get the kill.
Yo, mixing Dawson up like a barista right now, and Liquid O, your name is on the cup to be served.
Yeah, and I wonder how they misspelled it or mispronounced it. Did they call him like Liquid or something?
Liquid dough.
Liquid dough, that's the thing, that's it. And follows the fireball up into the air, gets away from the attack, gets away from what Ego's trying to do, mixes him back up, tries to keep him caught between his own offense and that high arc of the fireball.
SimplyEgo went for the throw tech right now. Liquid O is doing a great job holding down the offense and the pace. And JP had to go risky.
Beautiful punish from Liquid O. Look at that. What a way to tie up the game.
Jump back. And that's the thing, when JP is whipping those fireballs, that gives Liquido ample time to just sail in and just take up so much space. Blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah, all the room he needs, especially when he already likes to zone you out, range you out. Use this super. This is some Luffy One Piece nonsense. Gomu Gomu no Gatling gun.
Gomu no final round is more like it. Liquido. Yeah, one of the reasons why SimplyEgo is having a hard time is because Liquido is jumping a lot, putting them in a throw invulnerable state. Beautiful, beautiful whip punish. Now SimplyEgo has to uncork a level 2 just to get something.
Yeah, and you see him do this a lot too. We saw this last set where he would kind of use that level 2 as a panic, get away from me option to force something to happen. He teleports in to try to take the fight to Liquido, but Liquido doing a great job of fighting out a burnout, Captain.
Also, SimplyEgo is holding on to a level 1, meaning that they can really use... Oh man, I think they went for a super right there.
I think so too. That makes sense, and that is exactly the kind of thing Liquido is so good at cutting off. You'll see him trying to use that zoning with those long, stretchy limbs, the telephone pole of a jab like shades of Lennox Lewis or the Klitschko brothers in their glory days. And right now, Ego is doing a better job of boxing him out. Oh my goodness, Captain! He gets him to teleport straight into the fireball!
Yeah, if those limbs are a telephone pole, then SimplyEgo going close, that is a knife fight in a telephone booth.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ego's trying to force, but he's found that Liquido is as comfortable in the booth as he is in the ring. This is a lot of corner pressure. Teleports backwards. Okay,
overhead from SimplyEgo. Will we see a level 1? No level 1 from SimplyEgo. That could have really taken the round right there. And now they're burnt out against a Dawson full screen. That's a prescription for something bad.
Like that fireball trap straight into the long stretchy kick. Bit of a Crow Cop. How do you do special?
Oh man, I remember Crow Cop's roundhouse kicks.
Yeah, I think it was like right leg morgue, left leg hospital. Something like that.
Liquido making some space, and it's SimplyEgo stuck in the corner again. SimplyEgo had an amazing match against two-time champion of 9MOONS, Azan, but they're really struggling against this Dalton matchup where Ego can't just stand back and play the distance game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a player who's better at the distance game and incredibly comfortable up close. Brings out the super, Captain. The stun wears off in the time it takes to bring it out. Parries the entire thing, Captain.
And then SimplyEgo was caught teching in the air, and Liquido jumps back. Literally, they can do whatever they want at this thing. SimplyEgo needs something big. They need a big move.
Like that teleport.
Oh no, drops the confirm.
Oh yeah, that was not quite what he needed. It was good thinking, Captain, but he just wasn't really pulling the trigger enough. It seems like Liquido has been conditioning him to play hesitantly.
I was really excited after SimplyEgo got that teleport air medium kick. Yeah, that button right there, JP's jumping medium kick, it converts so well.
It absolutely does. Look at him carry him into the corner. Liquido's parry game is good, but that's used to set up the throw on him.
Impact for drive impact.
Rating drive impacts, getting him back across the screen. Teleport mix up, Captain, straight into super.
Yo, how do you like your spicy food, my friend?
Spicier than that. Don't give me the white guy stuff. Give me the authentic stuff.
Oh, you don't have white guy limiting?
I don't do white guy limiting. I say to the server, don't do the white guy thing on me.
Hey, man of culture.
Of course.
However, when you go to Asian restaurants, yeah, they don't grade on the curve. Especially, I think it's Thai. Yeah, Thai. No, Thai. Thai's okay. Thai's okay. Mexican's okay. Oh, Indian places, don't F with them.
Oh, definitely not. But right now, Liquido could probably use a bit more curry. Look at the skin on Dalsim's bones. And right now, SimplyEgo has level 3. He has him across. But look at the yoga float to bait all that out.
Yeah, because JP can't touch it from that one.
Right.
Oh, went for the drill kick, but SimplyEgo got that trade. I like the double dash forward to reclaim a little bit of space, but Liquido takes the space back with the teleport, and the cross-up gets perfect parried, and K-Box, you know where we're going.
We are going straight into the... No, we're not going into the corner. The teleport mix-ups there again, the side switch, and he's keeping SimplyEgo on the back foot. Has level 3 if he spots a chance to use it. SimplyEgo's trying to get out. He drive rushes out. He blocks the dive kick. Brings out level 2, Captain.
That's so tragic because SimplyEgo landed the counter hit jab. Did not believe it. Oh, they trade again. Who's going to win in this artillery exchange? And it's Dalston with the better shell.
Oh my goodness, that teleport. And right now, speaking of rest, we're not going to get any more of that for Azan versus Ruffian is here. Welcome to Losers Quarterfinals.
Yeah, no rest for the wicked and no need to cage the elephant. Let's go ahead and uncork this match.
Yeah, he's got bills to pay, he's got mouths to feed, ain't nothing in this world for free except these hands. E for everyone.
Okay, Ruffian early burnout, 17 seconds in, and uses the Blanca Ball to escape. Again, Blanca Ball is an amazing disengage tool, but Azan's still on him like white on rice.
Yeah, absolute punishment in the corner. Doesn't let him jump out. Keeps up the pressure. Already snuck in a drink, too. Back throw gets Ruffian out. He immediately re-engages. Starts to reintroduce neutral.
When you're Jamie, you got to figure out when to drink and when to press, and that's always an interesting dichotomy on top of just not dying right now. Yet chooses to drink instead. We have 2 drinks on Azan, walking forward, but gets hit with the air Blanca Ball, an amazing tool, and that is going to be the round.
Takes it on the level 1 and immediately mixing it up with Ruffian, who doesn't seem to know what hit him.
Well, what happened was, you could see that there was a lack of a counter state, meaning Ruffian didn't hit a button. And if Ruffian is walking forward mid-screen, I believe Ruffian was going for a throw.
I would not be surprised. He really does love those mid-screen throws, especially if he can catch you between that and the Blanca doll and force you to pick your damage. Azan gets a drink already, gets it in, carries him up to the corner. Ruffian's crouched in, trying to keep him from coming in.
That's going to be another no. We're going to go ahead and forego the drink. Instead, we go for the frame kill, and this is going to use a level 2 to get the 4 drinks needed.
Oh, that is exactly where he's going. 4 drinks already. Had only been a little over 30 seconds, Captain, and already taking the first game.
No, you know, Jamie might not be able to walk the straight line of that sobriety test, but he definitely passed that round with flying colors.
Yeah, he's definitely there arguing with arena security that he's just carrying tea. What's wrong with drinking tea?
It's just tea.
It's just tea. It's like my family recipe. You're not going to discriminate against me for having a family recipe.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, heavy forward heavy punch is such a good knockdown button.
Oh yes, gets the side switch in burnout. Ruffian doing a good job of keeping under control. He's about to get out. He's about to get his drive gauge back.
And we walk back. Yeah, Ruffian wanted to walk back just to see if Azan was going to hit a button for a whip punish. And instead, Azan's not hitting anything, and Ruffian's going to engage the hard way with the level 2.
Yeah, gets that level 2 out, and already Azan backs off, but drops the round. That happened a little too fast for me to track it, Captain. Break us down for us.
Don't look at me. Nobody knows how to deal with Blanca's level 2.
That is very true. And right now, Azan fighting out of the crouch. He gets up, tries to walk him down a bit, heads back, creates some space, and he sees that Ruffian's not going to do anything. Takes 3 drinks, Captain.
It's very important to know that Jamie does have a damage reduction similar to Kimberly. So every time he drinks, he's adding 5% to his damage overall.
Yeah, and now he is in absolute beast mode. Did he just drink again? I don't think he could go higher than 4, but I saw the interact animation.
Well, also drinking in addition will replenish your drive gauge.
Oh, yes, yes, that is the juice. That is the secret. That's the herbal tea. That's the punishment. That's the round.
It could be a T, but that was definitely an X on that spot for Azan.
Yeah, that marks the spot where the treasure's buried. It marks where Ruffian's going to be buried if he can't keep control of this match.
Because this is Losers Quarters. Somebody's tournament run is going to die today. And it's either going to be between 100% 9MOONS champion Azan or one of the most prolific breakout champions right here, being rufianMX.
Yeah, this is a battle between 2 people who are used to grinding it out here in lower bracket and who are also used to the lights of grand finals. These 2 know what it's like to be at the top. They are hungry for another chance. And let's see if he goes for a 3rd throw. He doesn't. Gets a jump over instead to tie up the set.
Jumping medium kick is such a dangerous button for Blanca. It is so good covering the front and back side. It is the cross-up button extraordinaire.
Yeah, and beautiful thinking to break that out after making Azan look for the third throw. That is such a mind game, and it's another reason I like to compare this game to baseball.
I went for the light block to the throw, but Azan was ready with the jump.
Yep, was ready for it, was sitting on it, gets a lot of damage going, carries him up to the corner, keeps him juggled, sneaks in a third drink.
Yo, Azan's telling Ruffian to sit on it.
Yeah, to sit on it, to take his sobriety test for him, because no way, that's actual tea. Mid-screen grab, like Ruffian likes to do, goes for another one. Captain, is he going for a third?
Oh, no, it's never going to go ahead and cross over the life up into level 2 combo from Ruffian. And that was pretty scaled heavily, so we're gonna need one more combo, like so, to take it.
Oh, wow. Going another round up. It feels like he's really piecing apart Azan's game plan, Captain. What do you think Azan can do differently?
Well, Azan just has to get those knockdowns, but at the same time, this is some of the limitations of the character. There we go. I really think it could be that we could be drinking at full screen just to force the engage. That's another idea.
Yeah, you saw that come out a couple times. If he makes that more of a consistent part of his strategy, I think it could go somewhere. Another throw, though. Is he going to go for yet? He does go for another.
He did, and Azan went for the tech, but unfortunately, they both weren't in range, so they just kind of grabbed the air.
Yeah, perfect parry. Might turn this around, though, especially with 2 drinks and level 3 ready. Goes for the ODDP. Doesn't get it. Put in burnout. Here comes level 1.
Ruffian stuck in the corner, no drive gauge, no life. This is going to be really bad, and Jamie can actually do a pretty good amount of chip damage, but we don't need the chip or the Glock. We got the sauce with that round.
I mean, I talk baseball. All he did was a perfect parry into swatting Blanca Ruffian out of the sky. That was a blooper over the shortstop's head. He's on base, has a round on the board.
Boom shakalaka, he's on fire. I meet your baseball with NBA Jam quotes.
Fair enough. And right now, the crowd shafts into a long combo into the air. Gets the corner carry going. Ruffian turtling up, not really comfortable pressing right now as Azan gets another drink.
Yeah, they got pressed in the corner. They woke up with a button. That button was too slow, and Azan going to go ahead and seal in their victory. This is going to be really bad because we are in the corner with Jamie because we could do dumb stuff like this.
Yeah, this is what everybody's afraid of when they come up against Azan. A perfect KO to go up another game. Oh my goodness, Captain No Fun. I think Azan has... I think he's saying, I understand it now.
Oh, you saw that. Look at the drive rush get checked by a crushing jab. And now the Blanca ball gets checked with a drive impact.
Oh my goodness, this checking game, his reactivity is so strong, and he forces Ruffian into burnout again. Gets the stun again, stops for a drink again.
It wasn't just a drink, it was a double drink. That was 2 drinks and some drive gauge.
Yes, definitely. And keeps him back towards the corner. He's saying, get in there. I didn't say you could go out. Has 4 drinks now, backs away from the counterattack.
All right, Ruffian's wanting to stay in the air, but the long reach of Jamie. That is a level 4 drink poke. You don't see it too often because it's very rare for Jamie to get all 4 stacks, but Azan definitely did. And now we are on set point, putting Ruffian on elimination.
Yeah, you don't see Ruffian's back to the wall against this very often, and he's taking the fight straight to Azan, determined not to let it happen. He likes to use that Blanca ball as a space-clearing tool, but he's forced into the corner. Azan's fighting very composed. Baits out the parry attempt, has level 2 ready.
Wanted the air Blanca ball, but Azan was ready. Gets the pickup with the level 1. Breakdancing on it right now, and went for the jab, the frame kill. And now...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rufianMX wanted to throw, but Azan just out of range, and rufianMX is out of options.
Oh, he's out of options, and he's out of the tournament, Captain. The 2-time champion, the 100% champion, goes on ahead. Good. Mix up, or he'll yoga float above whatever you're doing, or he'll just come up to you and throw you. Whatever he's got to do to get in your head.
This is going to be a... I wonder how Liquid O is going to approach the distance game.
Yeah, right now he seems to have a good idea for turtling up a bit and then forcing Molina back with the low pokes.
The Sandblast is not the best projectile to go in a fight with Dalsum with float.
Oh, look at that perfect parry cam. Look at him staying in the corner. Teleports out of it. Gets a side switch from it.
Okay, good pack, but amazing low poke from Liquid. Liquid, oh, just forcing Molina to just play at their pace.
This is reminding me a lot of MMA, Captain, because you'll see a lot of these guys do calf kicks or oblique kicks right as their opponent is stepping forward or planting their leg to strike. Because at best, yeah, it jams them and they can't come forward anymore or generate power. At worst, you're talking about a dislocated kneecap.
Oh, calf, and not to mention the teep, which is reminding me of Dalton standing medium. Oh my God,
Oh, definitely, yes.
that's a good button for Liquid O to land.
Yeah, and this was some teeped tea bags, as right now EFC Molina is getting cooked.
Already, that standing medium punch has really drained all the drive gauge from Luke. That's going to force Molina having to engage, and that's where Liquid O wants you.
That's where Liquid O is happy, right in that big range where he can just pick you apart, or he can do the teleport mix-ups at will. And no surprise that Molina's already pulling a switch. He's going to Ken, seeing how that works, and he has so many pocket characters that if this doesn't work, next game we might see Ryu.
Well, Ken does have a more reliable fireball in terms of the OD
True.
aspect of it, and we have the run and the Jinrise, and of course Dragon Lash. So there's a lot of ways for Ken to take up a lot of space very quickly without the need of a knockdown.
That's true, but Liquid O is also happy to take to the air to swap away from you with the teleports to just keep you at bay with these stretchy normals and these fireballs. Oh, that was interesting. Molina misread the space, Captain.
That was the right move done at the wrong distance.
I think he thought he was a little closer than he was.
Oh, but see, again, this is what we're talking about. Molina is using Ken's ability to run up Shoryuken.
Yes, that's exactly what he's trying to do, but now Liquid O's wise to it, keeping him from getting close.
Oh,
and under the fireball, Captain.
That is a really disgusting button for Dawson to use in that range. You better be very careful because he could just tag you with that.
Yeah, Liquid loves that button, and who can blame him? It's helped him win 3 breakout titles. It's helped him take 5th place in TNS this week. It's there for him when he needs like an friend, as is this teleport side switch into super.
And that's going to put Liquid O in the corner, give Liquid O the corner, and wisely use the perfect parry to just run forward.
I like his fighting low, too, because that's what stopped that perfect parry from going anywhere bad. And Molina tries to follow up on the grab, doesn't get it. They get a bit of a trade going. Molina gets him into... Can't keep him there now, can he?
No, he cannot. Punish counter off of the jab, and that's why Ken is so dangerous, because one little combo like that can get the side switch.
Yeah, absolutely. He's back in the corner again. Parries the attempt, teleports out of it. Liquid O's forcing him back.
Yeah, but Liquid O spending a lot of resources, very close to burnout, which is why they had to back off. And Molina has to do something really big.
That's what he's trying to do, but Liquid O is so good at creating space. Oh my goodness, maybe not quite good enough this time, Kevin. That's a heck of a super to pull out.
That is a critical art, and it killed. Holy cow, Molina finding the miracle, but that was only the first round.
Yeah, that was only one, and that is just one step along the way. And right now, see, I was talking about these grabs. Liquid O will just pull them out.
That's the second punish counter again. Molina's drive gauge has been taking considerable amount of damage. Just outside of the underhand punch, but instead, the standing heavy finds it.
Oh, gets the perfect parry, though, Captain. Jumps over to avoid the low poke. Gets the long combo into Jinrai. Gets him towards the corner. Throws him into it.
Air throw. Molina not ready for that. Got hit with a button and backs away. Going to go ahead and give up the corner because they bait Molina. Yep.
Yeah, he saw the teleport coming, Molina. Can't stop this super, though.
Now, whoever takes this game is going to fight Azan.
Oh, that's going to be one of the matches ever, Cam. That's going to be something I should get out of the booth and prepare a bowl of popcorn for.
Popcorn. Do you mess with popcorn seasoning, or are you a classic butter guy?
I'm more of a butter guy, but it's been a bit because, to be honest with you, anytime I have movie theater popcorn, it makes me sick. So I'm a little scared of the idea. But I think what they do is they put way too much butter and salt on it.
I think you're just sick of the movie theater prices. You're like, oh, this was $8.
I mean, like, I actually get run to the bathroom sick, but that could be part of it, too.
Maybe you're trying to get your money back.
Yeah, maybe. But speaking of money, Liquid O lands on the fireball. You saw him try the float mix-up, not quite timing it right. Molina gets him in the corner, tries to drive rush in, misreads the distance again. He's being very tentative.
Yeah, one of the classic strategies for our high-level players is they'll drive rush and they'll use a jab to stop their momentum, trying to make our opponent commit.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. And right now, forced onto the back foot. He's in burnout. Slides under the fireball. Yoga teleport to get it back in its face, Captain.
Yeah, Molina, though, wanted to use a fireball, but again, Liquido is just understanding that Molina wants to use these fireballs to check any drive rushes, so he's going right underneath them, and we are now on set point. Molina, a very versatile player, but still, all the tools in the world cannot construct the necessary counterplay to stop Dawson.
Yeah, especially when he just has so many ways to get around you. If I'm Molina, I'm thinking, wait, he can go under my fireballs, he can teleport around me, he can float above me. What is going on?
I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that Liquido is so close to eliminating Molina from the tournament, where Molina's not getting a single game off of this character. Oh, and by the way, DJ's asking, how do you feel about kettle corn?
I'll try it.
You'll try it?
I'll try it. I'll try anything once.
You haven't? Wait, you haven't had kettle corn?
Not that I remember while on the spot watching Liquido win. He kind of taking over, blame the big surge in money in Las Vegas and all this and legalizing sports bets. And speaking of bets, I'm glad I'm not a betting man because I wouldn't know what channel point to predict this one on. It's Azan versus Liquid O here in Losers Finals. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to 9MOONS. Let's get ready to rumble. And also, if you want to watch a movie about sports betting that is also anxiety-inducing, Uncut Gems.
Oh my goodness. Captain, no fun with the cultural cuts all the time, much like those gems are not cut. Azan gets 2 drinks in already, doing a better job than Molina was of keeping Liquido pressured.
If you want to know what it's like to have an anxiety attack, just watch that movie.
Oh, I don't need to.
Also, if you have propensity for anxiety attacks, don't watch that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy
wow.
whip punish, Batman!
Yeah, people don't realize that that hitbox stays out there for a while. Azan had a perfect read on it.
And we're not going to go ahead and get drinks. You can see that Azan would normally drink in that situation, but only drinks when they have the corner. Just because we can't let Dawson get any space.
Yeah, he's probably cut aside some time to watch the past couple matches, so he's seen what Liquido likes to do, how he likes to use these float and teleport shenanigans, and now Liquido's just trying to keep him out.
Woo! Big button from Liquido.
Yeah, it sets up the grab, but it's broken. Let's see Azan figure out a way past this.
Oh man, gets 1-2. Azan just getting peppered before they can even get into the match. This is like when you're kept away by flicker jabs. You're not getting anything solid, but it hurt.
Yeah, but much like Ippo versus Mashipa, Azan just has to hammer till the defense breaks, and that's what he's trying to get inside long enough to do. But he has to be careful because Liquido has the drive gauge advantage and has level 3 in his pocket.
Yeah, Liquido definitely has a chopping right in his corner.
Yeah, this might turn into a smash if Azan's not careful. Maybe even a Dempsey roll. Uses a teleport to side switch, tries to drive rush him in, sets up the grab.
All right, backs away, gets so much distance. That's right, Liquido can just walk all the way back. All that space to play with, and Azan has to just play tag.
Yeah, Azan is just forced to keep chasing him. It's shades of a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight where he would hide behind the Philly shell and use his footwork to just keep you on the wrong end of him all night.
Finally, Liquido gets that round, and it's a very... One disadvantage about Liquido's playstyle is it's so long and low reward, meaning fatigue can settle in.
That's true, and it's also a very small ball, small Street Fighter style where all you need to do is slip up once when that fatigue is accumulated. Oh, but the level 3 comes out. This is not fatigue for you, Captain.
Oh, that's some big damage right now.
Absolute big damage. The driver straight in, but oh, look at this. A beautiful strategy there, using the teleport to keep him stuck against that fireball. Great parry work from Azan, who forces a drops combo, backs off a bit, only to drive rush right back in.
And Azan not completing the anti-air. because we want to keep the Oki.
Yeah, perfect parry straight into a grab. Liquido likes this ability to mix him up. Backpedals again, teleports again. This time Azan read it. Has critical art if he wants it. It's coming out, Cam!
Oh, he more than wants it. He's going to get it. Azan going to easily take this first game, but it was long and arduously fought. I don't know who is going to crumble first.
Well, at this rate, Liquid, but he's so adaptable. It's not like he's never lost a game before. And Azan is somebody who comes in here so dominant that people have time to study his playstyle and his game plan.
Okay, backs away. And this is one of the reasons why Liquid can really bully Azan. Azan wants to drink. You're going to have a teleporting Dhalsim.
Yeah, and that's one of the mind games of this set because Liquid knows when he's going to drink and he knows he can get there on the teleport. But Azan knows Liquid is going to teleport when he drinks.
Okay, overhead. Excellent.
Yes. Backs off a bit. He's stuck in the corner against those medium punches. Right now he blocks. Backs away, backsways.
Azan showing great patience.
Oh, look at that, tagging him.
Yeah, extended hurt box. Even though Azan moved second, they still were moving too slow and still got popped.
Yeah, and look at Liquido setting up this combo with Azan's own parry game. He knew Azan was going to parry all of that, and all he had to do was keep him in place long enough to set up the teleport.
Oh my god. Low kick from Liquido.
All right, gets the throw towards the corner, backs him away. The parries are coming out again.
Those were also perfect parries, meaning Azan had more time to... Oh, man. That was a punish counter, not the best damage, but Liquido... Holy cow. Nice whip punish.
Oh, beautiful whip punish, and Azan's trying to get in on him. He's having a hard time keeps getting caught on these long, stretchy normals. Uses the teleport to get away from him. Side switches again off it. Backs him into the corner. He steals a drink.
We still have winners finals and losers finals and grand finals for this.
Oh yes, there's plenty of Street Fighter left to play. We're gonna be here for a while at the rate these folks are going, chat. Oh my goodness, look at this super.
Not a lot of damage though. Not exactly a high damaging move.
Yeah, not a lot, but every little bit adds up, and that has been Liquido's place.
Oh, that's great. What a great call. That is Fireball immune. And Azan, this is not going to kill. I'm wondering what the Oki situation is going to be because of the critical art.
It's going to be this. It's going to be bring him into burnout and then punish him.
Drunken. Yeah, that is probably one of the most painful looking supers in the game. Is Jamie's level 3.
Yeah, it turns into... Did we become Mortal Kombat for a minute?
Yeah, it does. Good point, K-Vox.
I'm gonna proselytize for a second and say I don't get the popularity of Mortal Kombat because, like, I don't want every single set to look like a Telegram video with a blurred out thumbnail and a comment section saying, don't watch it, bro, trust us. And now that I've angered every Mortal Kombat player in the audience, how about this Street Fighter, Captain?
Well, I mean, we are playing... Oh, I don't want to... I mean, you know, like our homeboy Zero loves Mortal Kombat, so let's not bash on MK, okay?
All right, I'll behave.
Backing away, Azan just has the
look
patience.
At that. Just pure patience, and I think that's exactly what you need against a player like Liquido because he's so happy to pick you apart as you try to come in on him.
Yeah, Azan 2-0, doing extremely well. And like you said before, K-Vox, Liquido got 5th place at TNS, not just a local, not just a regional, TNS.
Yes, and of course, you know, 3-time champion of Breakout. He gets high placings in Dual Academy consistently. This isn't somebody who has a good night where he's running hot. This is consistent high-level Dhalsim play, and you see Azan just dealing with him.
Oh, that is really good, and I like the decision to drive rush forward, even though there wasn't a combo, just to take all that space.
Yeah, that is exactly something you need to do against a player like Liquido who's content to stay on the outside because you make him uncomfortable, you make him start eyeing his escape angles, and once he does that, you can corner him.
Azan being chipped out. Liquido, that was his round.
It was. I mean, that was just an absolute liquid O round, and that's the kind of game plan that Azan is trying to make impossible. Look at how he drop rushes in. Oh, he can't read the teleport this time. All right, fished for the anti-air, gets him out of the sky. He's keeping him turtled up. Oh, look at that, Captain. Azan tried to pluck him out of the air, but the teleport back.
Yeah, Azan went for the anti-air read, but Liquido, because of the teleport back, we can still tag him with normals.
Oh, good thinking there, though, from Azan. Basically faking him out, forcing him to try for an anti-air that was going to fall short. And now he's got the corner carry, and this is a very bad situation for Liquido.
Very precarious, but the anti-air from Liquido is going to touch Azan.
Yes, it catches him. He teleports back to create some space. So watch what Azan's going to do. Side switches with the teleport. Immediate punish.
All right, Azan, though, low on life. Liquido has this round. They really need to win this one just to stay on the board, stay a little bit competitive, because right now Liquido has 0 games.
Yeah, Azan also feeling the time pressure. He's behind on life. He's burned out. 30 seconds left. This is not his time. This is not going to be his time. Liquido's on the board.
2-1. What a hard-fought round. Liquido just still needs to get 2 more games over Azan, and this is only loser semifinals.
It is only losers semifinals, Captain. I mean, everybody better be comfortable where they're sitting out there in chat. This is going to be a long night of Street Fighter, especially the way Liquido likes to drag you into deep water.
Oh man, jump back from Liquido, jump forward. Azan has to be very patient with their shots, but no. Liquido piling on the frustration and the damage.
Yeah, throws him back, sets up the Yoga Fire to catch Azan as he comes up. He anticipates that parry from Azan. Turtles up as he drive rushes in. He's getting sent towards the corner, Captain.
Okay, good knockdown. And now Azan recognizes that it was an air fireball a little bit too late. Missed the opportunity. Now Azan is stuck in the corner.
Yeah, he starts to come back out of it as Liquido backs out a bit, but Liquido catches him on the anti-air, forces him back into the corner, has the super waiting for him, Captain.
And now we're going to go ahead and uncork the big buddy offense. Yoga Flame finds it, and Liquido, 1 round away from tying it up.
Yeah, this is just becoming a masterclass in Indian-style Hong Kong fusion cuisine, using Yoga Fire to cook Azan.
Okay, Azan jumped over, but not ready to answer for the throw, and so close to the corner, but the drive rush finds ourselves back mid-screen.
That seemed like a great time for the drive rush and for stealing those 2 drinks. What do you think allowed that to work out so well, Cap?
It probably just because Azan was ready.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, Liquido does follow a bit of a flowchart once you know to look for it, with how he creates space, with how he punishes you coming in, and Azan is a very patient player who can spot these patterns.
Oh man, that was a good frame trap from Azan.
Oh my goodness, is he gonna put himself on set point? Liquid follows up a little longer. He gets the super out. Oh my goodness, he forces him back, Captain.
Bounce back. That was a really good engage option, and now it's Azan on set point, able to eliminate Liquido from this tournament.
That point versus survival point opens up with the perfect parry, opens up with the drive rush, carries Liquid into the corner, steals a drink. Yoga Float attempt to get away, side switch from the teleport, restores neutral.
Okay, level 1 drinking means that Azan can do a dive kick. Not going to really matter at this range, so Liquido has to be very tight with their spacing game.
Yeah, you see Liquido preemptively throwing out a lot of anti-airs, which is going to be dangerous because yes, Azan can dive kick, but also he's patient enough to see these false presses and catch you on the extended hurt box.
Liquido has to be very careful with butt button they hit, but Azan comes in with the cross up, and Liquido was there on the punish.
Oh, definitely catches him trying to jump over with that drive rush into a throw. Gets another drink, 4 drinks, hair's loose, gets through the fireball, gets caught on the Yoga teleport. So, super comes out. Oh my goodness, uses the teleport to escape.
Of course you would use a teleport to escape in that situation.
You would, but, you know, when you're Azan, you might not have been expecting it. You might have been smelling the blood in the water.
Okay, Liquid OS established their pattern on offense. Azan is having a very troubled time trying to find an opportunity to press.
Yeah, all that drinking is not helping him. Neither is that level 3 that's out using the teleport to mix him up. Time's running low. 13 seconds left. Stuck in the corner. Who's taking this? Who's getting this exchange? Azan's running out of time, Captain.
That's going to be a good decision.
He dropped it. We're going into a final game, Captain.
This is a very strong nail biter session. Liquid O showing audiences that they are not afraid to run the clock. 6 seconds left, but now we have 2 games apiece.
Yes, 2 games apiece, and just what a way to keep his composure and stick to his game plan. I don't see players run out the clock in Street Fighter 6 the way Liquid O does. It almost feels like an outside context problem.
It is. I mean, people forget that time is a factor in this game, and Liquid O just always wants you to be very cautious of the clock because Liquid O will nickel and dime you to the end.
Yeah, and if you start pressing, you start trying to hurry things up, that's when he teleports around you. That's when he starts using the yoga float to mix you up and be out of your range. Those incredibly long normals, that's when he's breaking out the grabs. He's in your head from start to finish. And right now, loser semifinals, the final game, chat.
2 versus 2. Oh, huge jump in from Azan. Already early lead.
Great corner carry, steals the drink off, gets another throw. We'll see if he goes for the loop. He goes for a second drink. He did go for the loop, but Liquid O broke it, Cap.
And now we have the teleport from Liquid O. Now Liquid O has the corner and a tech from Azan of their own.
Oh, a great tech, a palpable hit, as the Bard once said. All right, keeping him on the wrong end of these yoga fires, these yoga fireballs. Right now, he's about to put himself on set point, Captain. Barely even 30 seconds in the first round. Liquid O knocking on the door of eliminating the champion. All right, we've got Azan trying to keep him in neutral. He doesn't get past this. He's caught on the outside. He gets the drink off. Bit of a resurrection neutral. He's looking for a way past these fireballs, Captain.
Okay, good counter hit jab for the pickup. And man, that heavy punch has been Liquid O's go-to for anybody trying to approach from the air in a long distance.
Yeah, it's a great option to pick, and no wonder. Oh, he tries for the yoga float, Cap, but he's knocked out of the air. Azan's warm to it. He's got level 3. He's got the drive gauge advantage. He's got the life advantage.
But he doesn't have the round advantage. That's the difference. So Azan's gonna hold on to this meter.
Oh, yes, he's going to have that carefully in mind. He has one good interaction is all he needs to kill Liquid O. But Liquid O is so good at denying you that interaction. He blocks.
Oh, that could have been the entire set.
It could have been. It very well could have been. Azan's trying to bully his way in. Oh, my goodness, Cap. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. The super comes out. The 2-time champion is eliminated. 100% no longer.
No ifs, ands, or buts. The 100% streak has ended right now. Liquid O, through patience and perseverance, has made sure that the persistent... Don't borrow that gun for shooting. It's for reloading.
Yeah, that would be the question, but now we go into winners finals. Ferreras versus Rookie. Welcome to the top of the bracket, everybody. And Captain, what are you looking out for as we get in here?
I'm looking out for Ferreras' Vortex. How well can Ferreras maintain Vortex and make their opponents doing a mistake right there?
Pretty good start to the round so far for him. Not even level 1 with Rookie. He's already in stun, Captain. That's already the round.
Of course, because Ferreras is deliberately attacking that drive gauge. You saw those drive impacts. They're not there just for combos. They're there to drain the bar. You want drive gauge advantage over life bar advantage.
Definitely, especially in this game, especially when you've got corner pressure that can convert into the stun. That ability to attack the gauge is everything. Plus, consider the kind of player Rookie is. He likes to drive rush right into your face.
And with this level 3, that is a fast game for Ferreras, and you want these fast games as we climb the bracket. The faster your games, the less time your opponent has to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, that was about 41 seconds. No wonder we do first to 3 all the way through, because first to 2 games, we'd be half an hour in and in grand final.
This is the total opposite of a Liquid O match.
Absolutely, and that's part of what made Liquid O stand out so much, because he plays the clock so much, and compare that to these guys who are just being so damn aggressive.
This is the second time the rookie went for an OD reversal and has found themselves pressed on. A third time. This is a 0% hit rate with Luke.
Oh my goodness. You have to wonder, Captain, if he's going to consider a character switch if he goes down 2 games to no and doesn't even get around. Look at this aggression from Ferreras. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Like, rookie's been Luke. Has always been Luke. Okay, beautiful whip punish with the crouching medium, and now it's finally Ferreras in the corner, but rookie is burnt out.
He's burnt out. He's backing off. He's not intimidated. Rising uppercut into the corner pressure. Maybe he should have backed off for a second, though, Cap.
Oh, man. Did not hit a button on that, and oh my god, this is just it. Deja vu, a level 3 to close out the game. Ferreras making sure that, hey, you know what? Liquid O match just took a little bit long. I'll do the TOs a favor and make this short and sweet.
Yeah, Ferreras was thinking, you know what? I got a little tired of sitting around. Can we, like, wrap this up so that I can go get some water or something after watching that incredible match? Thanks, because I'm going to send Rookie down there and chill at the top of the mountain. But Rookie is still having a vote here.
Okay. Rookie stuck on the right corner again. Huge standing heavy punch that's going to allow Rookie to take so much damage and space.
Oh, but right into Ferreras' vortex. Spiral arrow comes out. He's pulling him towards the corner again. Gets the grab going. Not going to go for a second one. They trade. Rookie's still stuck in there. The grab comes out.
And that's going to sail into the drive impact. And Ferreras, oh my god, you can't even brew a cup of tea in time for this set because we're already on set point.
I feel like we barely even sat down, Captain. I feel like I've said about 2 things about this fight, and it's already almost over. But look at Rookie trying to get himself back in it.
You gotta be very careful throwing those fireballs against Cammy. Okay, this is going to be classic Luke combo damage. And Rookie holding on to the meter.
Oh, he's going to take his first round off this, Captain, but not if this... Oh, it misses! Oh, look at that adjustment, though.
Now, the question is, will Ferreras try to contest the round? They do have 3 supers. They could take it, but that's a lot of life Rookie has.
Yeah, but this is a game where that kind of life can disappear in an instant. Look at this corner pressure into the throw. We'll see if he goes for the loop. He does. Is he going for a third throw? He's not just yet. And look at how much health is already gone, Captain.
And that was mainly taken away through throw-ups, and this is going to be it.
That's it.
That's it. This is totally it. Rookie. Rookie's going to be dropped down to losers finals, and sitting on the privileged throne side is Ferreras.
Oh my goodness.
We are going to have a brand new champion today, and Awesome just can't keep up. We need to fight the Azan. I mean, not Azan. We have to fight the Cammy, and Ferreras' Cammy did extremely well, so having a little bit more damage on the table is very good.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised by the Ed pick either, although it's not doing quite so well. He doesn't have quite so many guaranteed getaway tools, but he does have the flicker, he does have psycho strings, he does have ways to play with range, if he can get out of this corner.
Oh man, that's going to be some good damage, and Rookie get a little bit of their confidence back.
Oh, definitely. That was an incredibly fast first round, and I don't think Liquid ever got out of the corner once he was in there. I
don't think Liquid got any offense going. Ed definitely has fallen off ever since the nerfs. A lot of his toolkits is way less effective. We used to see Ed everywhere, but not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure Ending Walker is even reliably bringing out Ed anymore. Now and then, but I have seen, which is like Ryu, like.
No anti-air from Liquid O, very rare. And Liquid O's so used to, we're so used to watching them control the space, but not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Ed doesn't have quite so many space control tools as part of it. Yes, he hits harder. Yes, he's a bit more fast play oriented. But look at this. Rookie brings out beast mode and already takes the first game. I'm not sure that was even a collective minute, Captain. And I wonder if he's going to switch back.
It's a very good question, K-Vox. But look, man, it's like what you said at the end of the day. The object in Street Fighter is to deplete your opponent's life. You could have all these high-level plays, and yeah, instantly, we're going right back to Dhalsim. Liquid Dolls, this ain't working out. Terrible character choice.
You'll see that happen sometimes where people will bring out a character just to see how well it'll go, especially in first to three territory, and they'll test it out, they'll experiment with the matchup, they'll see if they're vibing with it, and then if it doesn't go out their way, they will switch back to their main. That's exactly what we're seeing.
Those weren't even close rounds for Rookie. I don't think Liquido got any data from that.
No, not at all. All he got was, okay, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, let me switch.
Yeah, that's also a danger in set play, though, and Liquido knows this as a set play specialist because that's a whole first game that he gave up, and so much less room for error now.
That means Liquido has to get 2 games in a row.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, excellent check. That move was also OD, meaning Rookie lost a bit of drive gauge on top of that.
Yeah, and if you can play the drive gauge, that's part of what was so effective when Ferreras was doing it. We'll see if Liquido can do it too.
That heavy punch is so good from Dawson because it puts him low profile, which is right below a sandblast.
Yeah, and already you see the comfortable game plan coming out. Yes, Rookie's countering it here or there, but Liquido's running the clock. He's playing the drive gauge. He's maintaining a life advantage, and Rookie's having a harder time getting in.
And when you're frustrated, that's when you play suboptimally.
Yes. I mean, look at that drive rush attempt, and he ends up eating the fireball for it.
It's so disheartening to actually land a hit, but still get hit at the same time.
Right? And look at this, too. He's also just kind of mentally dragging Rookie into those deep waters because that was an 89-second or so round.
Okay, this is a good position, and already Fortune spoils as Liquido's perfect parry resets the situation and the space.
All right, jumps over the sandblast, gets an air fireball for the trouble, goes under the sandblast this time, fakes out the drive rush, and already does a great job.
Tags the sandblast. Air dive kick opens up a pretty good combo, and the air yoga fire, I don't know what they were going for, but that is going to be a costly mistake for Liquido.
Oh my, that is not where he wants to be at all. He's not going to take a trip to Memphis. There's no good Indian restaurants there. I have tried them. Gets the stun, gets the throw. Tied game. Much more Rookie speed.
Who's eating Indian food in Memphis?
Right, right.
No! I can't even, like, forgive my stereotype. Y'all want that... Wait, what is it? Wait, paneer chicken?
Look, all I'm saying is that this is a diverse country, and you can find all sorts of weird stuff all over the place. Some of the best Mexican food around is in Utah, of all places, according to some friends who used to live there.
Oh, that is interesting. But what is also interesting is that Rookie has 2 games over Liquid, and that's Liquid with Dalsum.
Yes, he just got in very easily, was able to stick to him that game and keep him pressed up against the corners. And this is where the set play issue comes into mind, the grander set strategy, the macro level of the game, because Liquido gave up that first game with the Ed pick.
How is Rookie going to approach? We're going to use the OG Sandblast to get the knockdown, but Liquid, oh, beautiful pickup. And we're going to send Rookie right back to the corner.
I love how well Liquid can play that corner, where he's like, you know, just no, get back in there. He's able to side switch on you in a moment's notice and just keep you from escaping and keep you from setting a comfortable rhythm for yourself.
And now Rookie's slowly inching their way forward. That's one skill that a lot of newer players just underestimate. Walking forward. Not drive rushing, not neutral skipping or jumping, just walking forward. And you see that? The moment Rookie went for a little hasty decision to jump, they died.
That is exactly what Liquido does. That's what takes him so far, week after week, tournament after tournament. And it is just not something you're used to in Street Fighter 6, where you're basically taught that it is all about skipping neutral and rushing in. He makes you pay for that.
One dangerous thing about Liquido whiffing buttons in the neutrals is that extended hurt box and Dawson's longer recovery, meaning it's much easier to punish them.
Yep, not gonna matter right now though, not with this super coming out. That is a lot of pain Rookie's way and a lot of lead in drive gauge, in life. Obviously, Rookie has level 2 ready if he wants it. We'll see if he gets a chance to do it. Liquido doesn't need supers to ruin Rookie's day.
Oh man, Rookie has to really run the gauntlet and be patient. What I'm not seeing from Rookie, okay, that was an attempt at parrying, but a little too late, and they get cooked for their troubles. And finally, Liquid O gets a game, and this is where Rookie's mental could crumble because we've seen it before.
And also, that was a perfect checkmate situation because if you saw the slow-mo, if he hadn't landed on that fireball, if he'd spaced the jump correctly, that heavy kick was already in the chamber.
And already Liquid O is slamming in the drive impacts. When you're throwing drive impacts, that's a read. That's you telling your opponent, I got your soul in a jar.
Yeah, right now he's trying to bring out the prison seal and keep Rookie in that subway station. Backing off a bit to create some space.
And if you're a Rookie, you're really trying to look for your opportunities to move forward and your opportunities to whiff punish. There it is, a great opportunity to move forward. The air fireball is so slow, so you could drive rush in.
Yeah, but the way that Liquid wakes up too and keeps you stuck between the fireball. Oh, that threw him into burnout. Is it gonna matter? He jumps over Rookie's counter. Oh, but Rookie reads it for that drive impact, Captain.
Low, medium punch, and then the Rookie gets cooked. Liquid O's on the comeback right now.
Great timing on that fireball. That was just another no-win situation for Rookie. That was pure checkmate. I guess he could have delayed the get up for a second, but there wasn't much choice.
Holy cow. Uppercut off of the drill kick, that is something that you can do to stop Liquid, but that's almost like you got a hard read. And Liquid O so close to tying it up. Rookie, their precious lead is being ebbed away.
You're seeing some changes from Rookie, though. He's getting more consistent about reading those teleport side switches. The question is becoming, can he do anything once he makes the read? Because Liquid has been so good about scrambling back, and he ties it up with an air fireball, reading Rookie's jump in, Captain.
Oh, man. Liquid O, can they get the reverse 3-0? It is in their name.
I mean, it's starting to look like that.
Rookie, a lot of their fireballs are just getting thwarted.
Yeah, just there. Look at that. All right, taking to the air again in response to the sandblast. He teleports again to trap Rookie between himself and the fireball, throws him towards the corner, and keeps him on arm's length again.
Not to mention, we're just depleting the drive gauge, but however, Rookie's doing a much better job staying consistent. And finally, waiting for the air fireball and drive rushing in. Now we're going to have to force a close range engagement.
Yeah, close range engagement. Liquid comes out ahead of as he backs out after that corner throw, teleports away. Oh, lands on the sandblast, so Catman. Now Rookie's jumped in.
Oh my god. And we have seen a total Uno reversal of Fortune K-Box. It is now Liquid O at set point.
Liquid O has shown that his father's deck contains no pathetic cards, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia. We'll see if Rookie can force a hand trap to stop the draw.
Rookie's already burnt out. Liquid O level 3 there, such in a privileged position, and they can just do something like that and just force Rookie to just eat that block pressure.
In burnout, gets mixed up on the teleport, and Liquid O's in the corner, but on a perfect. That's gonna be it. That throw is not gonna be killing, but it's gonna put him in the corner. That is a level 3 in the chamber. Oh my goodness, Captain.
It's going to be that wall spot is going to send Rookie home. Rookie fought extremely well, but you can't fight off Liquid O. A beautiful reverse 3. This is really different. Well, I don't know if we're going to see a more aggressive Liquid O. But Ferreras' Cammy does have a number of tools to stop Dawson, so I guess Liquid O is maybe this is another way for Liquid O to get data.
It could well be, especially on a long set, because this is either 3 games for Ferreras or 6 games for Liquid O. Either way, one more set, everybody, to determine the monthly champion. We have a new champ no matter what. Welcome to Grand Finals.
Welcome back, 9MOONS. Let's do this. Number 133. Who's going to be number 1 in this 33 monthly? There we go.
Oh, he tried. That's the kind of speed we're used to from Ferreras, and this Ken pick might not be working out for Liquid O, but we'll see what can happen. Already an early advantage, Captain.
Yeah, easy corner carry from Ken. Tatsu can just do that for you, but also Ferreras as Cammy can well push you all the way to the corner. This woman is full offense.
Yeah, Cammy. There's a reason Ken plays. Oh, look at that trade, Cam. Lands on the spiral arrow.
Well, I really think that went better for Liquid O because now we have the reapproach. And that Tatsu kick and the run already. We're at the corner, but look, Ferreras not afraid to challenge it. I believe that's a level 3. Jesus! All right, someone bring out the tarot cards. I'm psychic today. I read that, and here's your fortune. Your death is now.
More like Captain Nostradamus, as we see an incredibly fast first game. And no character change. Liquid O sticking with Ken. Interesting.
I am extremely perplexed by that decision.
Right? The Ken pick has not been working out at all, so I'm really curious what he's thinking, unless he's incredibly confident about that 6-game tether he's on.
And here, no Shoryuken. That was an interesting decision from Liquid O. Normally, Ken will do it a Shoryuken, but Liquid opted to do 2 dashes just so we can get that much closer to the corner. If we put Cammy in the corner, that means she has very little opportunity to move around, which is what Cammy needs.
Yeah, tries to get some meaty pressure on Liquid O, who manages to jump out, forces the side switch, gets him into the corner. Oh, drive impact counter!
Yeah, we don't try to hit the QTE event on Ferreras. They got it.
Oh my goodness, this...
Yo, I think Ferreras is that type of player that got the Krauser fight in their first go.
I would not be surprised at all.
Okay. Eat it up already, level 3 from Liquid O. Not all the damage, but we're just doing it mainly for the drive gauge advantage. Oh, God. Still hurts, though. Yeah, yes, Ken. I do bet that it hurt. Dive kick in, backs away. And the low medium, best button in Evo, and Liquid O. Okay, Dragon Lash, we have a little fight in them. The shimmy from Liquid O. Slowly, they are inching their way, damage-wise. But Liquid O, you know, not the type of person to be, to fret a 1 to 2 game lead. And this is how you know Ferreras respects Liquid O, because they uncorked that level 3 super early. Okay. Oh my God! Uncorks the OD. The parry attempt was thrown, but cross cut. Oh, steals their turn back. And I believe that's it. That's going to be the game for Liquid. Oh, no, doesn't use a super. We still got some meat in our veins. Oh my God, they're looking low. We're looking low. Ferreras, 2 games to 0. Liquid. Oh, what are you doing? Are you trying to extend our brackets? Now, the question, no, we're not moving to the Dawson. We're going to stick to the Ken. This is going to be a decision that will affect Liquid O, because that's it. No more redos. Liquid O has to stay on this Ken until the reset. For all intents and purposes, the Dawson is out of 9MOONS. Jump back from Liquid O, plus frames from Ferreras. Ferreras playing a little bit more patient right now to deal with Liquid O's consistent offense. Drive rush cancels in, and now Ferreras is stuck in the corner. We wanted a Jin right. That's going to be good. So remember, chat, if Liquid O wins this, Liquid O has to stay on the Ken, and since you could only switch when you lose, that's it. This Ken can be Liquid O's savior or anchor. And right now, with that one round, we could see the beginnings of a comeback. That's it.
All right.
One more
Yeah.
throw.
Oh, he's on tournament point. No fun.
That's indeed great to have you back. Ferreras back at tournament point. Liquid O. I don't know why they picked the Ken, but it's okay. We are in tournament points.
All right, I guess I'm on a useless mic.
Level 3. Ferreras wants that early lead. We have the corner. We have the life advantage. We still have a little bit of drug gauge, and we have the crosscut DP.
Oh,
Finally.
Yeah, he finally gets back in. This is an incredibly dangerous situation to be in, but Ken's fighting back. Liquid O's getting back in this. Oh, this is so dangerous. So this is not where he wants to be. I have to think that the sheer speed of Ferreras' gameplay. I might not even get a chance to finish that analysis, Captain.
No, because Liquid O is so close to death. One more combo for us. If we get a big jump, that's it. That's going to be the tournament.
Oh my goodness! Ferreras is your champion, 9MOONS family.
Beautiful. Ferreras is playing so
my.
consistent the whole time through. From beginning to end, they look 9 untouchable, and now they can say that they have not only won the whole tournament, but they have also are the face that has broken Azan's perfect streak here at 9MOONS.
Perfect streak at 9MOONS is done. Came over faces like Liquid O, who was looking so dominant tonight, so strong, so controlled. But Ferreras has just been a beast.
It was some beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, enjoy your winnings, Ferreras. Thank you for showing us some high-level Cammy. That character is hyper consistent. Her ability to close the gap and maintain pressure is second to none in Street Fighter, and we saw it here today. Well, K-Vox, what did you think about today's monthly?
I think it was just incredible. This is the sort of thing where you would expect to see this lineup of amazing fights at like TNS, 10 Opener, Duel Academy. You don't expect it to see it, no offense, at a 9MOONS monthly, but that's why 9MOONS is such a hidden gem. So many killers come out every time 9MOONS rings that bell, and Street Fighter 6 is just a shark tank. And I think because of high-level competitions like this every week, every month, however long, it's never been a better time to get good at fighting games.
No, it's not. It's always good, but hey, you know, it's Saturday. The afternoon is still young for some of us, especially if we're on the West Coast, and the evening's still young. So you know what? We're gonna do the thing and respect your time. Thank you, everybody here in chat, for giving us your strength, watching your sets, and also giving support to K-Vox tonight. And of course, thank you to 9MOONS team. I believe we are rating Knuckle Dew. So this is gonna be signing off. Captain No Fun signing off from duty.
And K-Vox signing off. Catch you next month.
See you there, gamers.